Hello everyone. We are getting ready to play some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got Mario Kart night tonight, and boy howdy, for those who weren't here earlier today, or have at least seen the Nintendo Direct, we have a lot to talk about, I'm sure. I'll try my absolute best not to repeat myself too much and maybe talk about some things I didn't get to say earlier. But safe to say, we got Mario Kart tonight, and that's always a fun time. I'm going to be doing it for about a good 3 or so hours tonight. I would like to do 3.5, maybe 4 hours of Mario Kart. We have potential storms coming through around midnight, so that means we have at least, I'm going to say 2.5 to 3 hours of streaming. By the time they come around, I may or may not have to dip. It just depends. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but kind of just more so giving a heads up in the off chance that I need to dip. So if you just see me be like, yo, we got to kind of wrap up, super sorry about that, then you'll know why. A monkey. Yo. Well, come on in, Gad. Wild, you said you saw it? Yeah, let's go. Monkey. This, yeah, I was gonna say, minus Mario Kart, this is a huge day. Huge day for Donkey Kong fans, me included. I'm over the moon. We have not had a 3D Donkey Kong in over 25 plus years, like a legitimate platformer and all that. I'm ready. I'm so excited. Yo, Kurt Yosh, welcome on in. Wild says GameCube. Yeah, GameCube support. For those who were here last night during the Pokemon stream, not that it was the craziest guess in the world, but it was very nice to see confirmation. I gotta say it just because I gotta say it, but yeah, called it. I said GameCube support. It was about time. If you don't do this now, when are you gonna do it? There it was. We got GameCube, so we did it. We got it. We got the GameCube, baby. Kind of had a hunch. I just, you never know with Nintendo. Sometimes they don't show everything from the get-go, so my fingers were so crossed, and here we are. Apparently the prices are not going well with the players. Yeah, we'll probably dive into that subject as well, because I know for a fact that seems to be the only, one of the only few pet peeves most people have with the system right now. Again, we'll talk about it, but I'm going to personally say I think the system's price is fine, especially with the fact that we're going to be using this thing a lot for years. But the pricing for the games is another story, so. May not be able to race for long due to tornado warning. If I leave early, you know why? Yeah, no problem at all, Kart Yosh. Like I was saying earlier myself, we have some stuff coming through here in about a couple hours. I'm expecting it not to be anything too crazy. Apparently it's just supposed to be a quote-unquote a lot of rain, but I think we are supposed to get some thunder too. If I have to dip out at any point, just letting you guys know, the stream might even end early. We'll have to wait and see. As of right now, oh god. I just looked at the map too, and I'm like, you know what? It is actually looking kind of bad coming over here. Yeah, apparently I'm not supposed to get hit by anything too crucial until roughly, it's kind of showing midnight, maybe somewhere around that ballpark. So chat, just keep in mind, we might be doing Mario Kart for about roughly, give or take, I'm going to say 3 hours. We're aiming for about 3 hours. If weather starts to get kind of bad here, I'm going to have to dip out. It's going to be a shorter Mario Kart stream, but that's okay. We'll do more in the near future. Safe to say, this is just me, and I apologize to anybody out there who's like, yo, no way, I'm not going to be able to get a Switch 2 at launch, or I'm not going to get Mario Kart 9, not 9, I'm sorry, World. I have to say World now. Mario Kart World at launch, all that kind of such. I am somebody who, I will likely be moving on from Mario Kart 8 and going to Mario Kart World when it comes out. So, the Mario Kart nights may or may not slow down or just stop at a halt once Mario Kart World comes out. I apologize about that in advance. If it's still something you guys want, after all said and done, and there's not a lot of people for Mario Kart World, but there's plenty of people for the, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and we'll still do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I'm planning on doing maybe a handful of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sessions between now and the Switch 2, and then that'll likely be it. So I'm planning at least, I have 4 in the works. In the future, there's going to be 4 or so Mario Kart sessions, maybe 5, and then that's it. You'll be racing right now? Yeah, no worries, Bird Girl, no worries. I will say, just to be on the nice side, nothing bad, no one's in trouble whatsoever. We don't talk about politics on the Twitch channel, it's in my rules, but no worries. I was just letting you guys know. But I'm sure we're not going to go off about it or anything. I was just kind of throwing it out there because, technically speaking, we're not supposed to do that here. But you guys are good. I'm going to grab a thingy real quick because I have a hole in my sock. That means I have to throw out the sock. No, you're good. You're good, Wild. You're good. It wasn't anything crazy. It's one of those subjects. I just make sure that we don't talk about it, just so, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just so we don't start anything. We try to keep the good vibes here. Yo, Fair, welcome on in. The code will be... I did not mean to pin that. Oops, I pinned the wrong thing. Give me a second. The code will be available. What happened to my pinned message? Oh god, hang on. Let me unpin this. There we go. And then pin that. Sorry, my bad. So the code will be available probably now. I'm going to go ahead and say it out loud. So if you're going to get ready to type it in, get ready to type it in. And then once we head on into the actual stream itself, the live page, if anybody needs the code, I will put it up on the live page. But if you guys want the code as of right now is CVC. So CVC 53. You're going to want to do CVC 53. That'll be our little early access code before we head on to the live page. This is to make sure that bozos don't get in. It's more so just keeps us from people who try to sneak their way in and be like goobers in Mario Kart. We've had a couple bad apples before. But yeah, you're looking for CVC 53. Trying to get a Tactician USB for your Digimon in Hacker's memory? Yo, let's go. Yeah, no, you're good, Michael. You're good. No worries. It's more so like, I don't blame people for talking about that kind of thing, given the prices for the Switch. You'll just play words? Give me a second, then. We are way over our time limit for starting up Mario Kart, but I'll go ahead and let you guys have a round of words on stream. We'll do one round, and then we'll get ready. That'll give people time to, like, get on and into the match. But, yeah. Or the lobby, I should say. But yeah, so, we have a lot of stuff to go over with tonight's Mario Kart session. I'm probably gonna yap for about a good couple of hours. I hate that I use the term yap legitimately now, but it's become part of my vocabulary for better or worse. It's not a bad word for say, I'm sure there's worse. Yeah. We're getting ready to do some Mario Kart. Today's session is going to be somewhere between 2 to 3 hours long. Maybe a little longer, just kind of depends. Random subject to talk about, because I know, like, some of you guys might care about this kind of thing. But... Also, hello, cool kid. Welcome on in. What was I going to say? Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer dropped, or at least like a teaser trailer thingy, and it looked really freaking good. So, people complained that the first movie was not that scary, and this new movie looks at least a little bit scarier, so... I was wondering if you were going to acknowledge me. Okay, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm a level with you, because I think I'm getting to that point, like, I just need to be honest with, like, chat and not be sugarcoaty. And I don't mean to create a scene here, but, like, I am a content creator that, like, I'm here to provide a good time, give people a good session, talk with chat back and forth as best as I possibly can. But when somebody heavily relies on me bouncing back with them, like, for attention, if they're gonna, like, bark at the fact, like, I don't say hi to them or say their name out loud, that makes me feel kind of bad as a person, just because it's one of those things where it's, like, it's very attention-seeky. But I'm just throwing it out there. Even if it's a joke, just keep in mind, I deal with that daily, weekly, monthly, a lot, and it's just kind of, it's a lot. It's kind of difficult, so I'm just throwing it out there because I've seen it before, and we're here for good vibes, so just keep in mind. But we're all good. But yeah, let me go ahead and check the, we'll go ahead and take you guys on over to the live page. I'm going to keep the code up on the screen for a smidgen, maybe about a good 30 seconds, and then we're going to get going. There we go. To the live page. There we go. All right. Code is on the bottom of the screen right there. We have 4 of us in right now. Oh, those words on stream. Hi. You're not supposed to get schmovin'. There we go. I appreciate those who played words on stream. Highly appreciate you. Yeah, I'm kind of at that point, like, I'm trying to be a good example as a content creator in that regard, because I feel like I've had a lot of people say stuff towards me in chats, and I kind of just deal with it, knowing it makes me feel like crap, and I'm just like, I'm kind of done with that. But yeah. There's a point you feel kind of used. So, sorry, I don't mean to, like, kill the vibe. It's just there's a point you start to feel kind of used, and it's just like, I'm a person at day's end. Like, but anyways, I'm going to shut my door real quick. Feel free to pop on in, everybody. We'll give it about a good, 30 seconds. I totally yoinked the controller away. Sorry, Xbox. But anywho. So I've been having to deal with that situation more. Yeah, it happens. It's one of those things where it's like just to one individual it'll be like a hee hee ha ha, I think it's funny, and then like I'm over here like who has seen that crap for like 10, 12, 13 plus years. I'm just like, there's a point like as I grow older I'm just like, I'm tired, boss. Like I don't mean to be that guy, but like there's a point like, you know, to one person that's gonna be their little 2 seconds of hee hee ha ha, and then here I am like I've seen it for the 1,000th time and I'm just like, I'm tired. So I'm just saying. May I ask how your direct viewing was this morning? It was very good, Gad. It was very good. We're definitely going to talk about it a bit more as we get schmoving. But yeah, pretty happy. Can't join, it seems. Is there any reason, Frost? Any reason why you can't join? Keep in mind, you have to go to the friends section of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then you would just put in the 5-digit code. Again, it's CVC53. I'm going to personally hide it away for just now. And if you need the code back, let me know. I'll put it up on the screen. But we'll get started here in about a couple of minutes. And again, I apologize in advance for the vibes and whatnot. I also had this butthole this morning during the frickin' Switch 2 presentation who just started going off and they ended up getting blocked. And I had to get rid of 2 people this morning because as fun as it was, there was just a couple of buttholes that came through. I'm just like, why do people like say the dumbest crap in chats? It's like I'm ready to, like, if you were in front of me like IRL, would you say those things? Like, try me. I would like to see it. I would absolutely like to see it. You would frickin' cower. Gonna miss doing these Mario Kart 8 Deluxe nights when the World comes out. Yeah, or when World comes out. No, I'm in the same boat. So I can't confirm when I'm doing the streams because obviously, you know, I can't predict everything I'm gonna do in the future. But I have a couple planned out ahead of time in my mind. So I'm hoping to do a Mario Kart night on the 17th of April because they're doing the Mario Kart World Direct that day. And so yeah, we're gonna do that one. And then I'll probably do one. I know I'm doing one on the 17th. I might do one every 2 weeks up until World. I know I'm gonna do one early May, and then I'll likely do one near the end of May, and then I'm gonna try to do one a couple days before the Switch 2 releases. That way we can put our 2 cents in right before World comes out, and that'll be like our little send off, which will be pretty sad. And sentimental and whatnot. I know that sounds dumb because it's a video game, but like we've had this for 10 plus years now, and it's finally time to say goodbye. And I'm ready to move on, but safe to say, like, you know, this was a big part of not only like my gaming livelihood, but like, you know, we did a whole bunch of Mario Kart nights. I have like 20, 30 something Mario Kart nights I've hosted already throughout the couple years of doing what I've done, and it's been great. It's been a fun time. So. We're going to go, freaking no items. I'm going to go to custom items. I don't know why I went by that. We'll do 24 races for now. Start race. And then we'll kind of pick some items here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of I usually just get rid of the blooper. And then I'm just going to personally keep everything else. That should be fine. There seems to be a championship for everything nowadays. Yeah, they tend to do like, I know they did like the Nintendo championships there for a while. And they did, like, Splatoon, Mario Kart, if I'm not mistaken. Smash Brothers, naturally. Imagine, like, a new Splatoon with frickin' mouse controls. You talk about hardcore... hardcore of the hardcore will be showing up and going ham. Something that lives rent-free in my head a little bit from the Direct. I don't know if you guys also feel this way, or at least some of you, but I wasn't that hyped for Metroid Prime 4. I was looking forward to it. I know I'm going to get it day one. I know I'm going to play Metroid Prime 2 and 3 beforehand. All of that stuff, right? Looking forward to it. But I wasn't, like, hyped for Metroid Prime 4. I was kind of like, yeah, it's neat, but I'm not impressed yet. The second they busted out the frickin' mouse control for that game, I was like, yes, sir, I am there. So I was pretty happy on that front. I'm going to say this. I am mostly in the realm of positivity with the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm getting one. I'm going to pre-order one. I registered it on the Nintendo website. That's kind of my backup plan. I already ordered the 1 terabyte micro SD card. That's $200. It's insane. Very expensive stuff. But I want to hit up this generation as hard as I can from the get-go. So, going to be getting the Mario Kart bundle, all of these things, right? I'm very excited. But I do agree with some of the pet peeves that are going out in the world right now with the Switch 2. For starters, I don't mind the console price. I think $450 is good. It's not what I wanted. I wanted $400, but I think $450 is good. At least, with the factor that we have a 256, gigabyte built into the system. That's, that's pretty good storage. And with the you know, with all that considered, yeah, I think that's good. I think the prices of the games, that's going to defer. That's going to depend on the person. That's going to depend on the wallet. That's going to depend on what you want. So that's fair on that point. I don't blame people if they're like, yo, the games are expensive. They are, and I'm not gonna defend them, saying like, the only thing I can defend on them is that they're going to be worth your buck, at least in terms of value. I don't think they're going to price Mario Kart at 80 with the idea that you're going to be done with this game in a couple hours. You're going to have a lot to do, and it's got tons of replay value. So, you know, that game is going to be worth my 80 on a personal, for me anyhow. Or something like Donkey Kong being 70, that's going to depend on the person. It depends on if you like platformers, it depends on if you like DK, it depends on those factors. So, I'm kind of in that boat right now. 1 terabyte MSD, that's weak. 2 terabyte or nothing. So unfortunately, cool kid, oh shoot, let me take this path. Unfortunately, when it comes to the micro SD card, with the express cards, they are very much, like, new. They're fairly new. So the 1 terabyte micro SD card, that is the express one, that's like that just came out today, funnily enough. That never was out in the field, that never existed out in the field until today of all days, funnily enough. Again, I pre-ordered it. I'm apparently not going to get it for like another month or so. But yeah, no, it's something that like just came out today, so it's very new hardware. So you know how like we have like 1.5 terabyte and then 2 terabyte? Like we don't have those as micro SD card express cards yet. We did get a 2 terabyte micro SD card recently, but it's just like the basic normal ones that are like quote unquote cheaper. Granted, 2 terabytes going to be expensive, but again, that's a new one, so fair enough. Yo, Time Man, welcome on in. So, what's the news on Metroid Prime 4? So, it's mostly a technological thing, given the Switch 2. But with the Metroid Prime 4, from what I know, it's going to run, I think it's like 1080p, 120 FPS, and then there's like a performance mode. I think there's a graphical mode. I think you can run it at 4K, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. If there's not 4K, that's fine. But I believe there's like 1080p, 120 FPS as a portable option, and then like there's a performance mode, and there's like a, you know, keeping it visually nice mode. It's got mouse controls which look insane. They look fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to the Switch having like mouse controls and, you know, being able to do that with certain games. That's very exciting. Again, I was looking forward to Metroid Prime 4 already, but like the fact that it's got like the mouse, yeah, because you can use the Joy-Con, you can use like both Joy-Cons as like a mouse. Again, if no one has seen the Direct, I'm not going to be able to explain it nearly as well as, you know, the professionals. But yeah, you can literally like slip off a Joy-Con at any point in your time, like a regular Switch Joy-Con. Keep in mind the new one's going to be bigger, but like swap off like a little Joy-Con off your Switch and put it on your desk like you're going to use like a mouse. It kind of makes sense. These Switch 2 Joy-Cons are going to feel more like appropriate for that kind of thing, but you're going to be able to use it as like a mouse. So, yeah, Doom 1 and 2 ports, possibly, or even maybe even like the newer Doom games. I mean, we had the original Doom 2016, and I believe Doom Eternal as Switch games. They didn't run super well, but they did exist. With the Switch 2 being more powerful, I think more powerful than a regular Steam Deck, I think it's safe to say we'll definitely get some like Doom ports, not only of just the OG games, but I would say like in general. So I will try to do cross-world racing stuff if that takes off. Yeah, dude, so Burgerl, I'm definitely looking forward to the Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I'm not surprised because the internet's, and I say this without trying to put everyone under this roof of a subject. A lot of people on the internet are dumb, and I'm not explaining anything new. But of course, the second Mario Kart world gets shown off and whatnot, all these new features and all that, Sonic fans did either one of two things, and I say this as I'm a fellow Sonic fan, but there's two types of Sonic fans out there, outside of the ones with respect, obviously, that kind of threw their 2 cents out there. You're either a Sonic guy that said like, oh my god, this is going to kill racing cross worlds, we're doomed, this is terrible, we're cooked, or you were one of those motherfuckers that are like, who cares about Mario Kart, this is the Sonic game to look for, this is the good one. And I'm over here like, it's hard being a Mario and a Sonic fan, because I swear people like to fight like they're still, like, console rivals, when that's not even really a thing anymore. I mean, Sega's freaking third party. So, yeah, no, it's kind of sucky how, like, Sonic and Mario fans are kind of fighting each other now about kart racers and this and that, and it's just sucky, because I think we've got really 2 good kart racing games alongside Kirby Air Riders coming out. We have a lot of, like, kart racing type games coming out that I'm just absolutely excited for. And I think we should be looking at it more positively than like, oh, it's going to kill Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds isn't even going to come out until after Mario Kart world. So, yeah, we're gonna get our Mario Kart fill first, and get that more so out of our system for the most part, and then Sonic will come out. We'll have fun.
Stuck at work, but just want to say pour one out for Kamek Magikoopas.
For Kamek Magikoopas, that's true. Pour one out for Kamek Magikoopas. Kind of makes me want my water. Apparently there are some list of games that may not be compatible with Switch 2. Yeah, I think there's like a list of them. That thing's super crazy so far, from what I saw on the list. But yeah, there's a couple of them, and I feel like that's normal going into new hardware. There's gonna be a couple games that just don't bode well, and that's fine. They're gonna figure that out. I'm sorry. It's under investigation for some games, so it'll be fine. Could I join the next game? Yeah, sure. I can get you that code up on the screen here after this race. You can pop on in. I would totally try to do it right now as I'm driving, but I could also butcher my chance at winning. So I'm gonna take a shot here first, and then if I lose, that's fine. But see if I can. Huh. Yeah, I got 2 items. All right. Oh, it's a rock. Unfortunate. There we go. Oh, that's throwing the shell forward, not in the plan. That's fair. I'm gonna be a ding-a-ling. Oh, I actually missed. You know what, fair. Okay, there we go. He didn't make the list, chat, at least so far. That's true. Let me get you that code on the screen real quick. There it is. Okay, it's on the screen as of right now, down below, Tie-Man. It's CVC53. I'll give you about 30 seconds to type that in, and then we'll get schmovin'. Or whenever the race starts, I suppose. At the mercy of time. Let's go ahead and do... Ooh, I like Mount Wario, but I want more people for Mount Wario. So, let's vote... Definitely not Baby Park yet. Moo Moo Meadows. Yeah, I'll vote for Moo Moo Meadows. I made that the thumbnail for the day. There we go. My sense is that I hope that Crossworlds comes out a month early or way before or after Mario Kart for the sake of sales. At the moment, Switch 2 is used to be my priority. Now, getting stuff I definitely want is my new priority. So I'll say this. I think we should have Sonic release later. I don't think Sonic should release first. Sonic Superstars came out like right before Mario Wonder did, and that was a disaster. That was a disaster for sales, and they should have like delayed the game, at least a pinch. So I know that sounds terrible, like a retreat tactic, but it's true. That being said, I'm going to say, yeah, release it a good couple months after the Mario World game comes out, and you'll be okay. Because, again, people will have had their Mario Kart fix. Sonic is a multi-platform game that a lot of people are still looking forward to, and it'll live very happily if you give that game a couple more months after Mario Kart. Don't release... Obviously, I don't think it's going to release in June. Mario Kart's a June release title. I don't think we're getting Sonic before that. I think we're going to get Sonic in either August, September, October, somewhere in that domain. So, I'm not worried about it. I think when Sonic comes out, we'll definitely be ready for it. But if you release it before, that'll easily make people go, ooh, new toy, and then move on from Sonic to Mario. Do not do that. It does not need to release beforehand. That's just my 2 cents. I'm no professional. I'm no professional analyst or anything. But from, like, history's past and, Sonic Superstars and Super Mario Wonder... Yeah, don't release it like right before a Mario game. Do it after. Do it a good couple months after. Everybody will have had their Mario Kart fill who are going to get it day one. People will have had their fill early on, and then we'll move on to Sonic. And I'm still going to play both, for the record. I'm not somebody who's going to like play Mario Kart and go, all right, I got my fill, and then I move on. I'm going to enjoy both. And then when Kirby Air Riders comes out, I'm going to enjoy that one as well. I'm not somebody who's one-noted and like... Yeah, like Sonic, down with Mario, down with Kirby Air Ride, or yeah, Kirby Air Ride, I hope it, makes Mario Kart suffer and Sonic suffer. I don't know why people do that. I don't know why people do that. I don't think people realize at day's end, these games are made by developers who have to take care of themselves and families as, like, jobs, and it's like a passion thing, sure. But, like, why do you gotta be a dingbat, for, what you're doing? So, I don't know. People don't realize. I'm somebody who, I like perspective. I like to think about everything in the matter. And everybody likes to think about themselves. They like to purely think about just themselves and call it a day, And don't get me wrong, we're consumers. We're going to enjoy a thing, and yeah, it's going to be for us at day's end. But, when people start attacking developer, not developers, but people who worked on games, more so the games themselves, and then developers like, yo, we worked really hard on that. Why are you dismissing it as like a like a, you know, you're getting in the way of my other game kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I just, you know what I mean? To me, it's in bad taste. To me, it's in bad taste. But that's my perspective. I'm somebody, again, who, I'm a big fan of Mario. I'm a big fan of Sonic. I'm a big fan of Kirby. I'm going to enjoy everything. But there are just some people out there who are like, yo, Sonic the Hedgehog, down with Mario. Yo, Mario, I hope Sonic suffers. Like, just stop hating each other. Stop spreading hate. That is literally why this world gets in shambles all the time. It's because everybody spreads that, like, level of, like, hatred or anger. And it stems from, in my opinion, just a bad environment. So sorry for your situation, but, like, don't go leaking it out on everybody else. Yeah, it's not the 90s anymore, too. Like, exactly. Mario and Sonic don't really, like, fight anymore. Like, Sega gets, like, a little, like, sassy with some of their posts. They had a really sassy post today, funnily enough, Tomato. But, like, other than that, it's like, yeah, you know, Sega works, you know, on third party and works for, like, Nintendo and Xbox and PlayStation and PC and all that. So, if anything, Sonic's kind of, like, got the upper hand on at least the multi-platform thing and crossplay. So, if Mario Kart's not your cup of tea, there you go. You can still play with a bunch of Sonic people. That's going to be awesome. You guys are going to be tired of me because I'm going to stream nothing but Cross Worlds for a week. So, I hope you all like kart racing because we're going to do a bunch of it. I genuinely hope you're ready. Prepare for either A, a merciless beating, or B, I'm going to get a merciless beating. There's one of two options. Speaking of Kirby Forgotten Land, getting DLC with the Switch 2 upgrade, it was a big W move. I agree, Michael. Holy frick. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That was something I did early into my VTubing career. I think early when I got my new VTuber update model for this current look, Kirby and the Forgotten Land was coming out. So I'm going to be doing a sequel stream to that with the DLC. So we're going to be literally like doing like a 2-3 years later kind of thing. Where, I think it's 3 years later, where we continue that adventure and try out the expanded DLC. Mario Party's getting expanded DLC. That's awesome with the Bowser TV and a whole bunch of other such. Looking forward to that. We have a lot to look forward to. Pokemon ZA, it runs almost pretty much flawlessly on the Switch too, which looks incredible. Very excited for that. Very, very excited. So when do we get any of the old Sonic games on the Nintendo online stuff? Oh, you know what's funny? I think Gad in chat said that. I'm so sorry, Gad, if you're still there. I may have gotten off the beaten path. Imagine, yeah, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure DX, you know, any of those games. Shadow the Hedgehog, if you really want to go down that route. Imagine those games on, like, the Nintendo Switch Online with GameCube. It's very possible. You can't say it's impossible. It's very, you know, it's very possible in the cards. That's your gateway to SA2 on the Switch, too. I'm gonna be real with you, and it's glorious. It's a fantastic option. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Exactly, Chizo Ducks. Exactly. Very exciting, honestly. I'm gonna take a shot and throw a couple of Koopa shells out there, not knowing if that last one... No! The freaking lightning. I suppose it is what it is, what it is. Although I'm being trailed by Bowser. I gotta get out of here. I think Forgotten Land is by far, in my opinion, the best Kirby game. It's definitely my favorite Kirby game. I'm a Kirby 64 guy, because I think that game's charming, but like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the best Kirby game I've ever played. I never got to play the original Kirby Air Ride, for the record, so for everybody who was like, yo, GameCube hype, Kirby Air Rider's coming out and whatnot, I know the legend behind Kirby Air Rider, Kirby Air Ride, and I technically tried it on a kiosk at a Kmart years ago, for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't get it, and I kind of just walked away as a kid. Now that I'm older, I get it more now, but I've never gotten to like play it. So the fact that Kirby Air Riders is a thing, that's going to be my entry point for Kirby Air Ride, and I'm pretty excited. We'll go with a Royal Raceway. We'll change it up a little bit. Wonder how they top Mario Wonder. That's a good point. We got Mario Wonder, and I'd argue Super Mario Odyssey that we kind of have to up the ante with. I'm going to go ahead and put the code up on the screen. For Ty, if you still need the code, I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen. Let me know when you got it, and join on in, and I'll go ahead and get rid of the code. They might add the Wii on it next. Yeah, oh, you're in? Okay, sweet. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get rid of the code. But yeah, no, they might add Wii to the online membership eventually. That'll be awesome. Never played Air Ride. We're fixing that this month. I'll parsec it with you. Honestly, Zinni, I'm down. Because that'll at least put my foot in the door with a game that I never really got to like grow up with. So I will then have that like previous GameCube knowledge of that game, and then when we go to play, you know, Kirby Air Riders, I won't be sitting there like, oh, so this improved from the first one by everybody else telling me otherwise. Like I'll know through like a parsec session with you. So you know what? I'm down. We'll pick a day for that. That sounds good to me. That sounds very good. Actually, I'm kind of excited. I've never gotten to play Air Rider. Or Air Ride, I'm sorry. I'm wanting to call it Air Rider. And for some reason, it's Kirby's, Kirby Air Ride. Oh, fudge. Gotta beef that. Nice shot. Let's go. Yo, Noah, welcome on in. Guessing you saw the direct? I absolutely did. If this says anything, chat, I bought the $200 1 terabyte micro SD card express card. Like, I'm getting ready for the Switch too. I'm insane. I know I am. Keep in mind, I have a 512 gigabyte micro SD card in my current Switch, and I still couldn't keep everything on it because I ran out of space. Downloaded lots of games to it. I'm a download only guy, so that's why. But I ran through my 512 gigabyte. So going into the Switch 2, having 256 gigabytes, I got the 1 terabyte micro SD card ahead of time just to have, I guess, 1.25 terabytes. But that should be pretty good going into the Switch 2 era for me. It's just a very expensive micro SD card, considering we have to get the express ones now. They're very expensive. Ooh, frick. What other Switch 1 titles will get a Switch 2 upgrade in the future? Actually, I'm glad you asked. So for those who don't... Oh, fudge. I was hoping for a horn, so I just threw out what I had. That bomb went into the water. That's hilarious. It was worth a shot. Anyways, so... Oh, hi. Don't mind if I do. So there's a list. There's a list of Nintendo Switch 1 games that are getting... the upgrades. Switch 1 upgrades. I love how we're calling it Switch 1. It's insane. We'll have paid upgrades. Let me grab the list here. I wish it wasn't Reddit. I don't like using Reddit. I am dumb when it comes to Reddit. Alright, here are all the games getting upgrades. Here you go. So, obviously, outside of Super Mario Party Jamboree, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Pokemon Legends ZA, which, you know, those games are going to come out of the front gate as Switch 2 titles, so I'm not getting upgrades, I'm just going to be buying them as is. But there was also a handful of, like, regular Switch games that are getting upgrades. For some reason, this website, I don't think elaborated on the regular games coming out. Let me double check. I should probably vote for a course. Royal Raceway, there we go. I gotta ask my friend who likes Kirby for our Kirby Parsec session. Yeah, not a bad idea, honestly. Mother trucker, I don't think this website really showed off the list. Hang on. I'm gonna look up on Twitter. Give me a second. Switch 1 upgrades. I'm going to try to be very quick about this. So, here we go. We got ARMS, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Clubhouse Games 51 worldwide, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom, Game Builder Garage, New Super Mario Bros. U, Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon, and Big Brain Academy. All of those games are getting Switch 2 upgrades. Not sure exactly what they're going to have for those set upgrades, but those games are getting upgraded. So, Deluxe is getting up, Mario U Deluxe, Mario Odyssey. I don't think Wonder was in there, but I could be wrong. I'll do a double take. Garage Builder for some reason. I'm sure there's a reason behind it. The both Echoes of Wisdom and the Link's Awakening games. Again, I'll go over the list here in a bit. I barely survived that, bro. Do you think every new Switch 2 game is going to be 80 or 90 or no? I'm going to say it depends on the game. I'm going to say if it's a AAA Nintendo title like Donkey Kong, some kind of 3D platformer, I'm going to say it's maybe 70. Mario Kart, I'm going to at least say it's going to be a bit of a different case. I don't know if we're going to get $90 games. That would be pretty insane, but I wouldn't doubt it, at least at some point, maybe. 80 is definitely going to be the ceiling for a while, I think, but with 70 being like also a fairly big norm. Bravely Default, for those who want that kind of thing, for all those who want that. It's pretty cool. Good 3DS game getting a remaster. It's going to be 40. Yeah, and Street Fighter 6 is going to be 60, with I believe the years 1 through 2 DLC with Amiibo support and everything coming out. So you got Street Fighter 6, $60, but it comes with like Amiibo support and the years 1 through 2 DLC. So you got the full package. And again, we'll go over some more stuff here in a second. Deltarune chapters 3 and 4, along with 1 and 2, I believe, are all going to be on Switch too. So that's awesome. I don't know if any of you guys in Chatland would care for me to cover Deltarune. I've never actually played Deltarune. I've played Undertale once, a long time ago, and never played it since then. Beat it once and called it a day. I believe I did a pacifist run, but I've never, ever touched Deltarune. So if you guys would like to see me play Deltarune, please, please, please let me know. If that's something you guys would want, I will prioritize that as a possible stream idea. If not, no worries, you know, it won't kill me if I don't end up playing them, but I would like to maybe try them. So, you know, we might give that a whirl someday. Basically 120 in value for 60. Exactly, yeah. So Street Fighter 6, 120 in value, 60 bucks. And again, you can buy the amiibo separately, and I believe it'll have amiibo support. Oh, shoot. Dang, we being carried? All right. Fair enough. I got thwacked, but I think I might be able to pull this off if I do this correctly. Hut! Hut! There we go. And then throw it back. All right. So everyone's saying every new game is going to be $80 or just rage baiting? Possibly. Possibly. There's a lot of angry folk out there today. And I get it because, you know, the dollar's very crazy at this point, at least here in the States. And I'm sure other places. But I don't think it's going to be every game. Donkey Kong is 70. You know, that's going to be a big platformer game. It's 70, not 80. You know, we'll be fine. There will be $60 games. There will be $50 games. There will be digital deluxe editions. There's going to be a little bit of everything, I think. I will say this. My advice for you guys this generation, you know, if you do get a Switch 2, be picky. Choose your games wisely. If you don't know if you'll like a game, you don't have to get it immediately. You can always, you know, wait for a sale of some kind or a way to get, you know, chip off a little bit of money on a Nintendo Switch 2 game. This is coming from the guy who will buy a game day one, you know, knowing I'm going to play 6 hours and then maybe not go back to it, you know. But I'm going to give the advice of saying, like, you know, don't like jump on a game immediately if you don't know if you want it. You know, make sure it's something you want, and then, you know, you can go for it. Oh God, okay. I know a lot of people are upset about the $80 thing, but to be honest, I think a lot of it is being blown out of proportion. Honestly, we'll have to just wait and see, but before we start making a real fuss about this becoming a standard. True. Very true. I think people jump the gun a little fast, and don't get me wrong. Again, I think everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if we don't agree at day's end. But I think getting fussy and mad and, you know, what was me and whatnot, I get it. I do get it. Because, you know, again, money's difficult to come by. You know, when I think 80 bucks, you know, at my job, I mean, I kind of make like a little close to 130, I think I make like 130, 140 per shift at my job, somewhere in that domain. I don't know if it's weird to share like how much money I make at work, but I make like 130, 140. You know, that's enough to get you like almost 2 Switch 2 games, maybe a $70 and $80 game, almost. That'll get you 2 games. But, you know, keep in mind, sometimes you gotta pay bills, sometimes you gotta pay this, sometimes you gotta pay that, you know. Money adds up. And if you can only buy the one game and it's that much, you know, you gotta make sure that's what you're gonna get. But, you know, I'm somebody who, like, I value $1 pretty well. I'm not somebody who throws money away willy-nilly on dumb stuff. I used to. I'll be the first to tell you I used to. I don't anymore. I'm much better about that these days. Not perfect, but much better. But yeah, like something like Mario Kart World. I mean, look at me, guys. How many Mario Kart streams have I done? Dozens. We've done dozens of Mario Kart streams. Like, I'm going to be getting my money's worth, not only out of that game, but we're going to be streaming it a lot. So, oh, are the redeems meant to still be unavailable? I will check here in a minute, Burger. I got you on that. In the off chance that they're offline, I will bring them online. But they should be available, but if they're, I'm assuming they're not, so I'll do a double take here in a second. Also, it's a bit of a side note I wanted to, oh, they're not available? Gotcha. I'll fix that here in a second. Bit of a side note I wanted to say, Burgirl, I know earlier I kind of said thank you for the Ed and Eddie thing, but, I didn't really get to, like, I don't feel like I got to say it proper, given we were, like, doing the collab stream and all that, but I do appreciate the Throne gift of the Ed and Eddie on DVD. It really meant a lot. I don't get, like, tons of Throne stuff all the time, but I know you've been, like, one of the few that, like, have thrown stuff my way every now and then, and it really does mean a lot to me. There's nothing like coming home from work, and it's like, yo, I got a package in the mail, and I'm like, I don't remember ordering anything, and I'm like, yo, yeah, it's the Throne thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, so it just, you know, it's so sweet, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me look at those redeems real quick. I'm pretty sure I turned them on earlier, but there may have been a conflict of some kind. I put the throwables back on. I wonder if there's a setting that Omega did that, like, turns them off, like, entirely. Let me double check my, like, redeems. I have throwables on my side. Is there any other redeems that aren't working right now? I can use the redeems just fine. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because everything looks good on my end. If you want an example of it being blown out of proportion, I literally saw someone say that this is the cause of death of the console industry. That's definitely jumping the gun a bit. I know people have had their fear of like GTA like 6 being like $100 or something, right? So people are scared of that. I think that game's going to be its own can of worms. That was going to happen whether Nintendo upped their price or not. I'm going to be real with you. I think that's going to be a norm. It's not confirmed, but it'll likely happen. But, you know, again, so I don't think people understand as well. Like, we've had it pretty good for a good while now, and I know like $70 was already kind of scaring people already from the previous generation. But keep in mind, if anybody, and you know, I don't blame people if they haven't seen this all the time, but keep in mind that games from the 90s were so much more expensive. It was like a luxury thing back then. You had Sega Genesis games that were like $75. You had Super Nintendo games that were $80. You had all these things going on. Imagine an $80 Super Nintendo game with inflation in this day and age, chat. You know how much that would be? You'd be spending probably like 100, maybe 30 or something, maybe 140, something. You know, inflation. It's insane, right? So you're going to be getting really expensive games there. The fact that we've had 60 for as long as we have with these massive, awesome games, with the very rare 70 for the longest time in this past generation, fair. I remember when games were 50 on the Xbox 360 era, and eventually we got 60 going in the next gen, and like I don't think we got nearly as much complaint. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. But like I feel like we're hitting that like $80 once with Mario Kart, or when I say once, I think there's a couple games, but like people were like, oh my god, it's just like, well, it's not going to be 60, 70 like forever, as money goes up, inflation goes up. I mean, guys, there's gonna be a day games are 100, given like money and whatnot, depending on how things go. Games will easily be 100. That sounds terrible in the grand scheme, but keep in mind, jobs will like give raises, this and that. There's gonna be this whole back and forth thing. Again, I don't want to get into that level of talk because I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's just how it is. Economy gets crappy, money gets, things get expensive. Places start asking for more wages, money. They give it to us. It's like a war. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, like nowadays, like I think like what is it? I know where I live. I think like minimum wage is like, I think like 12 or 13, maybe more, maybe less. But I remember when I started my first job when I was 16, minimum wage was like 7 something. Completely different ballpark nowadays. But again, time has passed on and things have changed a lot since then. So I feel like naturally, things aren't going to just, games being 80 right now, 70, that's not going to be forever. Give it 10, 15 years, it might be even in the 100 range. Don't be surprised. Because, as time goes on, that's the life of things. I mean, look at like the dollar menu at a McDonald's or something. There's not really even a dollar menu anymore. It's more so like, I'm going to steal that real quick. It's more like, 2 for $5 or some deal. They got to change it up a little bit. Barely anything's $1 these days, except for like what the Costco hot dog being $1.50. Also, I saw you guys were saying the out of stock thing. Let me check. What I'm gonna do, I don't know if this will fix anything, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each redeem and just kind of turn them on and off and see if that fixes it for you guys. And give it like 20 seconds. Refresh the page. Give it 20 seconds though, because we're going through them right now. I'm gonna refresh. You guys can refresh the page in 20 seconds, and then let me know if any of them appear. Kind of going through each one. Clap. I have a lot of redeems for the record, so this might take me a second. There we go. I'm going to have to vote for a thing here in a second. Give me just a second. There we go. You nice snipe. I will say thank you, but I will also say the guy who threw the bomb in front of your face, that was definitely their doing. I feel bad passing because it's definitely not my dub there. That's being bombarded, so I feel bad. We go through the stretch posh redeem I just turned on. Turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on. There's so many redeems. And they may even just be offline on my end. I'll have to double check. The patch point. I'll have to see after this. That'd be me. Okay, yeah, Metal Brax gotcha. Metally Brax. Or however you pronounce the name. I'm so sorry if I butchered it. Where? Minimum wage here in West Virginia is $13.50 an hour. Yeah, I'd say it's like in that domain. So like, again, long time ago they used to be very different. So we have to accommodate money over time. So how like back then Xbox 360, PS3 games for 50. Now there's 60. Yeah, at some point it changes. Well, I see them now, but it still says unavailable. Interesting. I will see what I can do here in a second. I apologize. With this Mario Kart session going on, it's kind of hard to do that while I'm doing my thing. But I got you. I'll see what I can do here in a second. My back got itchy suddenly. Bonanza looks cool. It looks incredible. The new 3D Donkey Kong game is fire. Absolutely. That's going to be a fun time. Alright. Hut. And then turn. Mushroom City. Here we go, baby. Ow. Well, I'm just getting bullied. Fair enough, though. This game is boo-boo. I don't want to play Mario Kart World. Zonic, probably. God dang it, I didn't mean to fall to the side. You know what? You're right, though. It's boo-boo water. Did Omega, like, hard turn off redeems for the direct and not turn them back on? Possibly. Possibly. And I don't know how he did that, because I normally don't hard turn them off. I normally just turn them off manually. Unfortunately, that means I'll have to figure out how to turn them back on, because he is asleep right now. He was tired after everything today. So I'll have to see what I can do here. How to turn off all redeems. There we go. Went ahead and typed it in ahead of time on Google. Freaking nuts. Wow, the freaking pit. But yeah, Omega probably like hard turned them off. So maybe like they're quote unquote seeable, but they're like unavailable. Which means like they can stay there, but they just can't be redeemed. I'll have to learn this power anyways, because as a content creator, I should probably know how that works. I just usually do it the hard way, because it's how my brain does it. Hut. Yeet. Alright, here we go. Check the cooldowns and redeems. Gotcha. Crap! I also lost my effing mushroom, bro. Alright. Cooldowns and redeems. Let's see what that looks like. Cooldowns and redeems. I don't even know if that's a section. Navigate the Manage Reward section, Creator Dashboard, and then pause and disable each individual reward you want to turn off. Pause or disable rewards. Yada yada. Often a toggle button. You can pause or disable individual rewards by clicking the yada yada. Twitch does have a system to turn off all redeems. So, like, what if I do it? What if I throw one at myself? Oh, reward is temporarily unavailable. I also see it. Hang on. Twitch reward is temporarily unavailable. Let's search that up real quick. Let's see. You can set a limit on redemptions per stream, and that's what puts it out of stock. I doubt Omega went through every single one of my redeems and, like, limited it, though. That'd be really dumb. You pause redemption rewards on this type of, or not currently available. Manage or unpause requests. Oh, I see what he did now. I see what he did now. Pause redemptions. I have taken it off. Chat, have at thee. I believe it should work now. I'm going to test one. Question mark. I might have to refresh my chat, though, because I don't believe it's working for me right now. I might have to refresh the page. Keep in mind. Y'all might have to refresh the page, too. Question mark. If you're on mobile, I apologize. I know that's more of a pain in the A. There you go.
He's already dead.
There you go. Now it's working. Yeah, okay. Now I know how you can pause everything just at once. Interesting, interesting. Good evening, chat. Yo, Kenny, welcome on in. It's good to see you, bud. Will game get resolution and FPS boost if they don't have upgrade packs? Good question. I don't think they elaborated on that. I think you have to get upgrades to get the upgraded versions of said games. But, yeah, I'll have to check here in a second. I'm no professional. I know they're doing, like, treehouse stuff and showing off other such, so if there's any information I'm unaware of, chat, if you know anything, throw it out there. You have my permission to answer for me as well. Because I'm not going to have everything on hand knowledgeable-wise. Like, it's already kind of hard to take everything in at once because there was just so much cool stuff showing off. So while I'm gliding, I'm going to try to throw something at myself. Yeah, it still says the out of stock. What the crap? Oi. I feel bad because I feel like I'm in that position where I'm like, I wish Omega wasn't asleep, but also like, one, he needs rest, and two, I thought I fixed it. I'll see what I can do here in a second. I'm so sorry. I know my redeems are like a big part of my streams. I'll have to see what I can do here in a second. I apologize. They were bragging about Prime having 120 FPS. That's true. Yeah. Which is really cool. I was trying to get out of the way. It's kind of hard. Hut. That's going to be Pain City if I get hit by that. Oh, thank God. Gonna grab a new item. That's fireballs. Good old F-Zero GX getting that online support, though, with the GameCube Online. That's exciting. That's also a very smart launch game for the GameCube Online. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, I got a Nintendo subscription, but wow, Mario Kart, that's $80? Can't do it. There you go, you got F-Zero GX. And if you're that person that's like, I don't like F-Zero, it's too hard. To that I say, fair. Because that game is difficult. Very, very difficult. We do take those. But yeah, let me check the redeems thing again. Review requests. Is it like a save button? Edit rewards? No, it's editing the rewards. Wait, what if I did that actually? Go to edit rewards. Enable channel points, manage channel power-ups. That's not going to do it for me. Yeah, that's working. A lot of them are still paused. That's so bizarre. Oh no, he went through each one of them and he paused them. He did it he did it the way I did it, but in a completely different domain. Holy heck.
I can still talk my crap.
Yo, let's go.
Shuckle me, fuckle nuts. I done sat on a
What?
banana and it poked my bum bitty shitty bum away boo boo water.
I messed up on voting. Wow, that was Language City, bro. Dang, Hugh, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Oh, there you go. Alright, I'm unpausing all the redeems. I have to do them individually. So yeah, there's no collective turn them all off, but I have to go through each one of these and unpause them. So as you guys, I will tell you this, once you refresh here, I'm trying so hard to go through them fast. I have so many redeems. I'm going to be that guy. Y'all should be thankful for how many redeems I got, because I got a million of them. Alright, I'm not going to start very well at the beginning of this race, but for those who want to refresh the page now, everything is back on the menu. We are good now. Also, hello, Flame Crystal. It's good to see you. I really do suck at Mario Kart. Ah, you're good. It's all in the name of some good fun. By no means am I perfect at it myself. I either win, lose hard, lose kinda. A little bit of everything. I usually just kind of play Mario Kart for funsies. A little bit of a drive and stroll. Da 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 da. Do do do. Alright, coming through. Hut. And then gonna make a curve. Mess that up. Star power. Chicken jerky. Also, it appears they returned back on automatically on my end. Oh, good, good, good. So you didn't even have to refresh. The GK Bunger sticker. Bless your soul. Thank you, Lancer. That's my wife. I kind of want Arby's curly fries now. Dude, me not having redeems on for a while there is just like, that is the, like, you open the doors back up, everybody's just ready to start throwing again. Bless you guys' souls. And I don't mean that in, like, in a sarcastic way. It's just very sweet. I'm glad you guys enjoy what I have out there. I try to change it up every now and then and refresh things, but I'm glad you guys have fun with them. I have very obscured throwables. Some of them are just very strange, but I think that's what makes the charm of the channel. Thank you for the nuggie. The Kirby nuggie. Yeah, no, dude, Forgotten Land coming back with DLC and new power-ups. You better believe I'm excited. That's gonna be such a fun time. That's also gonna be new Kirby merchandise to buy in the future. Switch to being fire. True. It's true. Testing. Yeah. Let's go. Switch to being fire. Achievement unlocked.
Bunger? Bunger, 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 bunger,
Bunger, bunger, bunger, bunger, bunger. Yeah, bunger flip, baby. So, bit of a note here, and this is coming from somebody who loves PlayStation, Xbox, PC gaming. I love a little bit of everything, right? I love everything. Here's the thing. PlayStation, your move. You've got a tall order stacked against you, bro. And Xbox, good luck. I wish you the best of luck. just because I know Xbox has kind of been in a bit of a pinch spot. Do 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 do. There we go. All right. Go Gadget, you can only talk in banjo-ese with Radiator Springs. I want you. What? What was I voting for again? I don't think I kind of want Yoshi Valley. Thank you for the stretch posture redeem. Oh, crunchy. Ow. Okay, that was another finger. Frick. Listen, my body's crunchy, but let's not get that crunchy now. Let's go to get rid of that giant Luigi hat. There we go. Fixed. Smosh Go-Go Gadget. Did Smosh do a Go-Go Gadget thing a while back? I haven't seen Smosh in absolutely forever. From what I know, I think it's Ian from Smosh. I know he's kind of still doing stuff. I don't know about the other one. Oh my god, I'm getting my money's worth on that stretch. That feels incredible. They did? Gotcha. Man, I haven't seen, like, actual Inspector Gadget anything in forever. There are some days I've almost been late to work, and I go, Go Gadget, get the heck to work. Go Gadget, hurry up. I will never, like, speed or anything, but, like, it's funny. Happy 1 hour, Chad, happy 1 hour. You think maybe the console's price should be a little lower, considering Nintendo's console, to most people, are considered the cheaper of the main 4 consoles? So, I got my take on the price. I think it's a good price. I think it's doable given how much storage is in the system and what it's going to be able to do, especially as a portable. That being said, I'm glad they did 450, not 500, because holy crap, you hit that 500, and people are going to go, well, I couldn't get a PS5, or well, 500's a half of $1,000, maybe I should just get a gaming PC. 450, I know it's only 50 bucks, but that's going to make the mind go, well, it is cheaper than the PS5. 450 also looks nicer on the, the mind than 500. Again, you're going to think of gaming PCs. Unfortunately, 400 would have been the most ideal, but like, Zenny and a couple of my friends, anyone in chat who was watching the direct with me earlier and with us, if you remember the moment where they said 256 gigabytes in the system, remember that moment where I went, ooh, I wonder how much it's going to cost? Like, I had said something like that. That's why I said what I said, because storage is expensive, especially when it's fast storage, which is why the PS5 is so expensive, because it had like a, 725 gigabyte SSD of all things. So that's why PS5 is kind of expensive. But with the Switch 2 being 450, with that kind of storage, I think that's good. It could have easily been 500. And I think 256 is solid. And to keep in mind, they also want to, they want you guys to have your Switch games on the Switch too, for those who are transferring over and maybe don't do the whole micro SD card thing. So you'll be able to yo, I got my Switch games, I could throw them in the Switch 2, got all that storage. You're ready to go. So, just saying. You getting that training in for the new Mario Kart? Yeah, Big Raffle, come on in. So we've been hosting Mario Kart streams for a year or two now, a couple of years. Just all these Mario Kart 8 Deluxe streams with the anticipation of a new Mario Kart, and it's finally happening. So chat, enjoy these Mario Karts, get in on them when you can. If not today, you get in on the next ones, like the couple Mario Kart streams I do have, because I will be doing at least maybe 4 more Mario Kart nights in the future, 4, maybe 5, before the Switch 2, and after that, I might be moving on. So, I hate to say that, because not everyone's going to have a Switch 2 at launch and even Mario Kart, but I'm going to be personally, moving on and hosting, Mario Kart World little, event nights. And if for any reason Mario Kart 8 is still desired and, there's a high desire for that, I could still always play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll have to see when the Switch 2 releases, but I'm personally ready to move on. So, that's where I'm at right now. Hello, Soul. Welcome on in. 500 for a console and a game with built-in ability to play physical games over 500 for a console and ability to play physical copies. Yeah, that's a clear difference. Exactly. For those who are getting the Mario Kart bundle, you're absolutely getting a good deal. I'm going to be getting the Mario Kart bundle because I'm an all-digital guy these days. Say what you will. I know I'm scum. I like the convenience of having all my games on the go portably, so that way I don't have to take a bunch of cartridges with me. Say what you will. We live on this planet once. If I die and my Switch games are left here on this planet, they go to somebody else, or they go somewhere. So, life's temporary. I'm going to enjoy myself and have fun. I'm a digital guy. At least these days. I like physical stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm a digital guy.
I'll never forgive this.
I'll never forgive this. Let's get with the subject at hand. But yeah, I mean, even if you just, I'm just going to do it for Mario Kart, not the other games, you're still shaving off $30. So it's pretty solid, actually. If you're just, Mario Kart digital, the rest physical, if you could live with that, you're shaving off some good money. And you're getting a game at launch, packed in. Well, bundled, you know what I mean. I've expressed I will try to get a Switch too, but I'm being majorly picky for the games. Then again, I originally did not intend to have so many games on my Switch. That's fair. That's fair. I also don't want you to be lonely on the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World, which is why I'm buying one too. Yeah! I appreciate the friends who are getting a Switch 2 and can, play with me, because there's only going to be a handful of us, I'm sure. But, it's going to be great. Love seeing a Blark and Sun fan. Hey, let's go. I'm assuming that's what the sound alert was. Or the blurb, I should say. I'm gonna throw a bomb. Good luck to everybody else. That probably didn't hit anybody. Literally have Smash and Mario Party games for digital for that exact reason. True. Just always have them ready to go. But yeah, somebody like me who, I go all digital, right? Unfortunately, that does take up a lot of space. So I'm somebody who's getting, a big micro SD card on top of the 256 we're getting with the Switch 2. Which I don't mind, for the most part. It's just very expensive. But, I mean, it's what I am. It's going to get me, hooked up for a good while. So, I'm pretty happy. I'm just happy we're getting the Switch 2. And I'm looking forward to it. So... Open World Mario Kart. Yeah, Yoshi-Man! Open World Mario Kart. So exciting. Such a big feature. Way bigger than the single-player experiences in, Mario Kart DS and so forth. It's gonna be huge. GTA 6 is worthless. I'm still gonna get GTA 6 at launch, personally. But I'm also just a man of many games. I'm not just the one-and-done kind of guy. I'm gonna dabble in quite a few things. Street Fighter... Oh. That's me throwing items too soon. Most of my Switch game collection is physical. That's fair. My dad's the same way. He's got physical and so forth, so forth. He's a physical guy. He would rather have it in his hands, so I totally get that. That's also a good way to look at it. I mean, you can't take them with you, and that honestly beats the opinion of people who say physical games are superior. The only reason why I'd be against digital in any regard, if I had to, throw my 2 cents out there, is preservation. I know people don't like that kind of thing because of preservation, but otherwise, yeah. Also, hello, Sour Cream. Welcome on in. I'm going to read your comment here in a second. I think you said something about being at a wedding. It's pretty cool. The wedding, baby. I don't know how I feel about having to buy an upgrade pack to play compatible Switch games. I don't think you have to have the upgrade to play Switch games. I think you get the upgrade if you want the upgrade. You can still play Breath of the Wild with the slower frame rate, if that makes any sense. But if you get the upgrade, you can get the better quote-unquote Breath of the Wild experience. You're not forced to my knowledge. Alright, now I can read your comment. Can't join the race, sadly. One, I'm at a wedding, and 2, I don't got the online anymore, but I can snack on my taco while watching this. Yeah, we got tacos. I also had tacos tonight. Let's go. It's taco night. Do you think the Switch 2 will beat out GTA 6 if it comes out this year in terms of popularity? I'm going to say no, only on a technicality. You can only sell so many systems with Nintendo hardware and all that kind of such. GTA 6 is going to sell, that's software on 2 different, I'm assuming it's going to be on PlayStation, Xbox. It's going to be on 2 different systems, and then PC later. You're going to be able to sell millions of copies of that, millions upon millions. Whereas something like, the Switch 2, you can only have, I'm going to get you that code. You can only have so many Switch 2 sold before they quote-unquote sell out and gotta, ship more and all that. So, I'm going to say GTA 6 is going to be the highest, GTA 6 is going to be the fastest selling game of all time, and then Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the fastest selling console of all time. Those are my 2 predictions. Absolutely would put money on those. Gonna have to cut on ramen for money. I understand. Honestly, not a bad method. I might take a page out of your book, as silly as that sounds, and I recently ordered groceries, which got a good amount of stuff, but I think I might, because I have so much ramen, I might try to oh, what do I feel like tonight? I've been feeling like ramen recently, a lot. I might honestly just sparsely, have ramen where I don't need to have a regular meal at home and just pad my way to victory. Pad the heck out of money. Not that I need to, but it wouldn't hurt to save a little extra Nintendo. Taco Wednesday, baby. But yeah, the code's on the bottom of the screen. If you want to pop on in, I'll go ahead and get rid of that code as we finish this race. Can we talk about Nintendo got an exclusive From Software game? Yeah, From Software. We got an exclusive From Software game. exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. Massive, massive news. I'm not even like a From Software guy typically, but they literally said, "Yo, your next game, like that's gonna be us. That's ours." Insanity. And it's honestly a pretty good ploy to get people to buy a Switch too, because there's gonna be a lot of people who like From Software games and will want to play that. Now, will it come to other consoles eventually? Maybe. You know, sometimes that's the case. But I think for the most part, yeah, it's gonna be like an exclusive for a while. Yeah, it's gonna sell consoles, absolutely. There's too many people who like those types of games who aren't going to want to, like, miss out on that, like, day one. So, pretty excited. I might get it. I'm not sure. I'm not really good at those games, nor am I, like, going to stream them a ton, to my knowledge. But I would try it. I would give it a whirl. Plus, we're to help, too. Nintendo said we'll make a Sony game since the PS5 made a Nintendo game. That's true. It's very true. Alright, got the mushroom. Here I come, I am Cinnamon. Jesus me. I'm a monster frisbee. Also, don't think that worked like I thought it did. Fair enough. Also, not being an OLED system, I believe the screen is supposed to be pretty nice from the get-go. It's not an OLED, but it's going to be, like, pretty premium for what that is, so... And there's going to be people who I think are going to wait for a quote-unquote OLED. We'll see. We'll see. I think a Switch 2 with OLED... While it is possible, that's gonna be an expensive one. That's gonna be for those of the premium domain. But I think if we get an OLED, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade. I got the OLED with the Switch, which I got a really good deal on, but I don't think I want to go through that process again. I'm pretty content with like whatever we're getting on this next console. So I'll likely just kind of like whatever I get at launch, like that's gonna be the console I have, and I can live with that. I'm coming for you. Alright, second place. I can live with that. Crash into the wall. Cool style. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the code. So, if you didn't get in, I can always throw the code back up on the screen, but getting rid of it. There we go. Arlo did once say, if the console is stronger and better, I'll pay more when talking about the OLED or Switch upgrades. That's fair. That's fair. I'm lucky most of the games I want already I have, so I can get the upgrades since they're under 50. True, true. I don't know exactly all that I'm getting at launch. All I know is I'm getting Mario Kart. GameCube Online is big on my priority list. Absolutely going to play GameCube Online. And, like, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Going to try to get the GameCube controller, too, and everything. Other than that, I think everything else is going to be a little extra for me day one, which is fine. I'm going to love the frick out of Mario Kart. And, GameCube, we got Wind Waker. I could probably do, like, a Wind Waker playthrough if I really wanted to. F-Zero, so forth, so forth. Same stick with the vanilla screen? Yeah. And, like, as an OLED owner, I'm not going to get an OLED if they do an upgrade. Only because, like, I love the OLED. It was really nice. But I don't really play in portable mode as much as I thought I would. I usually play docked. So, I think with how nice the screen is already going to be with the Switch 2, I'll be fine. Huh. There we go. Got mushrooms, alright. Making a turn. Give me Mario Party 6. Specifically 6. I want Mario Party 4. I would love Mario Party 4. I'm a Mario Party 4 kind of guy. Huh. I do like this course, though. We don't get to come to this course very often. But I do like it. Yeah, hi. Oh, you got shells now. Uh-oh, stinky. I think all I did was knock out your shell. Thank you, Nintendo Online. We love Nintendo Online. Greatest freaking online in the world. It will be slightly better on the Switch too, though, from what I heard. Like, the Wi-Fi and all that's supposed to be better. Not crazily, but, like, it's going to be better. Ish. That's a bomb. I'm not going to be able to dodge that. I like the mini-games in 4, the boards not so much. That's fair. That's fair. I kind of play 4 for the mini-games, I suppose. That's a good point. I don't really play it for the boards. But the boards are, you know, that's an important essential from Mario Party, so I get that. I get that. The GameCube intro, baby! Doink! Yeah, let's go! Bullet Bill time. If I play GameCube on Switch 2, I might try to finish Luigi's Mansion, considering my original GameCube disc was broken, and play Mario Sunshine first time. Yo, there you go. Dude, I feel that, though, because I've had a couple GameCube discs kind of, like, die to disc rot, or, like, you know, just enough scratches that it doesn't want to function anymore. So I feel that. I had Sonic Heroes. My copy of Sonic Heroes I still have, but it won't let me ever play the final boss. So I have to emulate it if I want to stream it, which is really dumb. I love real hardware, but I can't do that with Sonic Heroes. I'm an absolute zero. What was I gonna do again? I was gonna do something on my screen. We? Thank you. On my four edible things. We. Bless you, Uncle Phil. There's something I was gonna do on my screen, but I don't remember what it was. Lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought. Goomba's Greedy Gala is garbage. Mario Party 4 and Mario Party 7 are the ones I played the most, though, with 8 in third. 8 was good. I did enjoy 8. How does disc rot happen again? That's a good question. I know with all good things in time, like, things tend to rot away just naturally because, you know, materials and such only last so long, but, you know, you would think game discs, of all things, would last at least a little longer. Cartridges, I can kind of understand dying sooner because they're more primitive, but discs, like, I don't know. In Mario Kart World, you can play as cow, a bee, a penguin, a bonefish, and a bee. Yeah! And for those who are part of, not to be that shill, but like for those who are part of my Discord, my brand new Discord I opened the other day, we added the cow emote from Mario Kart World, and as a sticker as well. So if you guys want the Mario Kart World sticker / emote, I have a cow on the bike popping a wheelie as an emote. Consider the following. We're also doing a Back to the Future movie night this Saturday, so keep that in mind. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 now have an official handheld version. Yeah, we can honestly get Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on the Switch. You can get Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Hero, Shadow the Hedgehog, kind of that. I'm not going to say Mega Collection. Maybe Jim's Collection? Question mark? We'll see. Yeet!
Disc rot refers to the deterioration of optical discs like
Enjoy the lurk.
CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays, where the reflective layer becomes unreadable, often due to chemical reactions, oxidation, or poor manufacturing quality, leading to data loss or corruption.
There you go. Then there's your answer. Again, poor materials or even chemicals and, you know, the air and all that. Like, there's just there's technicalities over time, kind of basically. You know, you close a case on a game and it has that air trapped in there. Maybe the air wasn't the greatest. I don't know. Who knows? It's weird. Obviously, keep your stuff as best as you can. Keep it as well as you can, but I've had a couple games, like, suffer the disc rot, yeah. Doesn't happen super often, but I've had a few. I think I had one, like, a year or two ago that I was like, bro, it's not working what? And I'm so sad. I don't remember what game I had, but... Yo, Pierce coming, welcome on in. Mushroom City has to be in Mario Kart World and is Inso as Broken Pier. I hope so. I hope so. I'm really looking forward to the returning courses in Mario Kart World. We haven't seen everything yet. We're going to get that direct on the 17th, but we're going to get more on the roster, I'm sure, and we're going to get, yeah, definitely more courses. We haven't even seen Rainbow Road, chat. Keep in mind, we haven't seen Rainbow Road yet, so we'll likely get that at some point. Also, up for full customization when it comes to games like, or the game like Karts, Wings, Wheels, etc. I feel like customization would be in the cards. I would like customization to be in the cards. I was somebody who fought for costumes. I wanted costumes in Mario Kart, like before we knew it was called World. I wanted costumes so badly, and we're getting costumes, and I'm just like, yes, please. I want costumes. I want Dr. Mario to have be like a costume. I feel like that's doable. Mario's got like the sunshine drip and other such. That's pretty cool. Copy of Twin Sanity is a perfect example. Game froze, or actually froze on the Cortex level, and I had to reset. I feel that. Will we get a standalone Mario game on only Switch 2 too? Oh yeah, we'll definitely get we'll get several Mario games for the Switch 2. I mean, not only does Mario speak for himself, but what's it called? I can't think of what I was gonna say. You know, the anniversaries this year.
SMB Wii Menu intro. New Super's Action Zonic.
Wee-hee! Oh no, bro kind of threw out his voice. That sucks. Thank you. Block Plaza, Wii for Mario Kart World, also Double Deck 64. Sorry, I'm going up in the chat. Double Deck 64, Tilt-A-Kart, Tart Top. Dude, imagine the battle mode in the new Mario Kart. We're likely gonna get some cool stuff with that too. I would love like Block Fort and all the other ones. Donut, Big Donut was a classic I enjoyed. That'd be great. I also can't see no more. Now I can. Oh god, I'm gonna have to grab a bullet bill or some mushrooms. Star? Star. Bear. Thank you for the Mexi Cat. Blade, how you doing today? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Mushroom City, here I come, baby. I'm gonna go slow. That would be crazy if Rainbow Road, the transition is something like you take from Mario Galaxy Launch Star to space. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, use like a launch star or something in the hub. That'd be awesome. I like how in Bonanza its world is breakable somewhat. Yeah! Dude, Bonanza, like, literally is going to live up to its title. It's going to be Bonanza. Bananas, that kind of thing. You know, it's going to be just this over-the-top grandio platformer. And Donkey Kong looks so fantastic. You know, I know everyone's had their opinion on how Donkey Kong looks, but I think he looks great. He looks great. It looks fun. That's what I'm about as a gamer. I'm here for a good time. And you know what? We have all the other DK stuff from the past we can still enjoy, so... Why are they laughing at me? What have I done? Was I that funny? You like jokes? Alright, got green shell, sweet, sweet. The haters kind of, when they saw Bonanza, it's been insane how, like, I know what these, oh, banana, which is back, by the way. Oh, that triggered my PTSD, bro. You're evil for that. I know that that's not even in this game, and you got me with that. Motherfucker, come here. Come here. I got a banana for you. Alright, got a coin. I am gonna hop into skip. Hoping for the best. Yeah, I didn't mean to throw it. When did I ever let go of the ZL button? This wouldn't happen if I had the GL button. Oh, that's not where I should be driving. Bro, I wasn't first. Rough hours. Dingling. Dude, that's a classic. Hot dog. Way up, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Man, that took me back 20-something freaking years. Almost. Give or take. Oh, my back! Team House, I miss K. Rool being the main villain bad guy for DKC. That's fair. I also agree with that. However, a bit of a side note, can we talk about the Donkey Kong, like, Bonanza with the Donkey Kong Country background as a, like, a 2D side segment of that game? That looked freaking gorgeous. Looked incredible. All for it. Just give me King K. Rool and Bonanza, my life is yours. It's possible. It's certainly possible. They can even just give us like a new take on K. Rool if they really wanted to, like a, you know, quote-unquote redesign. But they might keep him similar. Give us his, like, Smash Ultimate design. He looked great in that. They just kind of shut up when they saw Bonanza. Yeah. Nah, I couldn't read the rest of that text earlier, but yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the internet absolutely exploded though. Like, I mean, it's still trending. It's still trending. What if K. Rool's the CEO of Void Co? That'd be cool. His new elaborate plan. The new villains do look fire. They look very good. I heard one of the persons that made the Peanut Butter Jelly Time theme got involved in the police shootout or something. Oh, shoot. I feel like I wouldn't doubt that just because life is insane, but man, that's crazy to hear. Whew. Alright, we did get the Yoshi's Valley that I picked. Bless up. I do like this course. You know what's funny? I remember liking it in 64 knowing it's a pain in the A, but now, like, if I play Yoshi's Valley, I can't stand the 64 version. You fall off the side, it's just over. Terrible. Dude, and cooked in less than an hour with a new girl character. Oh, yeah! Yeah. Oh, went for the banana snipe. Missed, though. Almost. Kind of had the right idea. Oh, Oh, shoot. What happened there? You good? Oh, dear. Alright, here we go. Here I come. I am Cinnamon. Also, a bit of a side note, because this is totally off the topic of, like, Nintendo and games and all that. It's on games, technically, but, like, more so movies. Two things. One, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 teaser trailer went up today. That looked good. Two, the Minecraft movie reviews have been coming in. They are awful, which I am not surprised about. I'm seeing 1 out of 5 stars. I'm seeing worst movie of the year. It sounds about right, in all honesty. It's going to be, like, a silly as all heck dumb movie. Yeah, apparently it was the singer. Question is, are the overalls going to be a permanent thing going forward? That's a good question. I'm going to say... Ooh, I don't know if I can answer that, because in Mario Kart, he doesn't have the overalls. I'm going to say no, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. He looks cute in them, I ain't going to lie. That's really weird to say about a character like Donkey Kong, but I'm all for it. He looks good. Donkey Kong wearing clothing is, outside of a tie, is pretty something else, to say the least. Alright, bullet bill time, since I am suffering, apparently. I'm a goob. Did not get any items there, unfortunately. Yo, Stuart, welcome on in. It's good to see you, bud. Where's the banana get sound from 64 blurb? Give it back. Is it gone? What happened? That's like super evil. That's a dingling moment. It's gone. Interesting. I mean, somebody like me never took it down because I don't have that ability. I wonder what happened then. It's very strange. Alright, got fourth. Donkey Kong. Yeah. Also, where is DK64? I feel like... Oh, great heavens! Oh, great heavens! Thank you. It's the clip I like. It's what I reference all the time anymore. Oh, great heavens. No, I was gonna say, so, I feel like, you know how, like, we were getting, like, Donkey Kong games before Donkey Kong Country Returns happened? I feel like we're definitely going to get DK64 maybe in July as a Nintendo Switch Online game for, like, both Switch and Switch 2, obviously, because it's 64, right? I feel like that's in the cards. I feel like we can get that before the new Donkey Kong game, because that would be, I think that'd be doable. You're starting to hate Yoshi's? Oh, no. We can't hate Yamcha. Yamcha's the bestest. We love Yamcha. Tag Anywhere exists and they know, so maybe that's why. Possibly. Possibly. I still think they should, though. Not everyone does the Tag Anywhere, to be fair, and doesn't do, like, ROM hacks and such. We do, but we're also just another domain of people. Alright, DK Summit. Ain't gonna argue with this. Yeah. Then there's Chunky. He's dead. DK. Chunky's dead. Yeah, do it. Chunky's dead. I wasn't sure if I was going to do that or not. Let's go. Gave us that nice pause. Same reason Smash 64 is and all their Smash Remix is just better, and it's not profit too. I mean, true, but I don't think that stops Nintendo necessarily. Although, technically speaking, if you're going to ask me, like, yo, would you rather play Smash 64 or Smash Remix? Probably Remix. Because, like, I like 64. If you added it to the online, I would try it and play it, right? Because I grew up with that. But Smash Remix is, like, that plus some. So, because, you know, nobody really goes back to Smash 64 when you got things like Smash Ultimate, Melee, maybe even Brawl, Wii U, 3DS, that kind of thing. You know, Smash 64 is the OG, but it's definitely different from the bunch. You know it well. But yeah, I think they should still add them eventually. But that being said, I'm not going to lose sleep over, like, Smash 64 not being on the online. Now, Melee, you know, say what you will, chat, I think Melee deserves to be on the GameCube online. That's too big of an influential game from Nintendo on the GameCube, a system seller, and the push for the Smash Brothers property, that you have to add that in at some point. Smash Melee Online, on, like, officially, would be so sick. So, that's my 2 cents. Smash 64, if you don't add it, fair. If you add Smash Melee, that needs to be a thing. I already kind of guessed we were getting GameCube games, and I was right about it. And I'm not saying, like, I was, like, guessing anything, like, that everybody else wasn't guessing. But, just in case the Nintendo gods are listening in on me, throw in Melee. I think it's about time to get Melee. Age of Imprisonment looks definite. Yeah, dude, Age of Imprisonment. For those who were here earlier and heard Deku pop off, I've never heard them yell so hard before in my life. They were just popping off. It was an honor to be here, just hearing them go nuts for this game. Like, they like Zelda way more than I do, that's obvious. But, like, there's nothing, like, I look forward to it myself, but there's nothing like hearing your friend just get something they didn't expect. And it meant the world to me. Like, that was a treat in itself, just hearing them go off. I had the biggest smile on my face, like, yeah, I'm, you know, looking forward to this game, like, Deku, like, dang, man, like, that's, who wouldn't want that for their friend? Come on now. Like, come on. It's awesome. Please, have mercy. That star was coming up. I'll take second. Melee was one of those games to one-up OG. Yeah, definitely. Dude, Melee was the definition of a sequel. They took 64, just upscaled it. Chat, I don't care what you say about Smash Brothers in terms of like which one's better. Some people prefer Brawl, some people like Ultimate. I totally respect your opinion of whatever you pick. You gotta admit, Melee was a huge step up from 64. That was a huge jump, and they barely had time to work on that game. I think Sakurai had 2 years or less or something. Am I wrong? Like, he had such a small period of time. And they freaking cooked. They cooked so fast. Also, Sakurai working on Kirby Air Riders. Sakurai working on Kirby Air Riders. A Kirby game. It's his baby. It is Kirby Air Riders. It is Sakurai. That's going to be a day one. I think that game's going to speak for itself. Also, like, I don't think I've seen so many people pop up on stream since I followed you from this morning. Yeah, honestly, it's been kind of crazy, Lancer. I say this as somebody who, like, it's never lost on me. I'm incredibly thankful. But guys, thank you for, like, being a part of my channel and, like, saying hi and throwing things at me. Throwing things at me and whatnot. It's been an honor to have this many amazing people show up, say hi, talk about gaming, talk about all these things. It's you know, I could say I put in the work and I deserve it and this and that, but like sometimes I don't feel like I deserve it. I probably do on a technicality, and I'm not trying to say that to be like oh wow, you think you're entitled, like nothing like that. But like, you put in so many years of work and you put in so many hours on top of your like full-time job and spending time with your friends and all these other things, you know, family, bills, all these things. And there's that portion of the day you get to stream for a good while, and everybody pulls up to the occasion to just talk about stuff and shoot the fan and talk about games and movies and all these cool things. And you guys are so sweet and nice, and I know this all sounds cheesy and you've all heard me say this a million times over, especially if you were here during the dono, but like, thank you. Like, genuinely thank you. Because I've been doing this kind of thing for the longest time, and streaming I've officially been doing for 4+ years now, and I love it, and I don't ever want to stop if I can help it. Mario Baseball Stadium, baby! Give us new Mario Baseball, Nintendo. I would love to play that. Although Mario Strikers is coming to the GameCube Online, and me and Deku have already agreed to do a session of that. So expect Mario Strikers in the near future. That's going to be awesome. Probably going to get some other friends on it. I think it's 4-player, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe we'll grab like 2 other peeps. Well, I say that as Nintendo's Online gets quote-unquote iffy when you have more people, so having 2 people, like, at least solidifies something a bit better, but I would theoretically like to get 2 more people. That's just me, though. Anyways. Genuinely thought that the trailer for Kirby Racer, not Air Riders. Yeah, no, like when I saw Kirby appear, there was that sound and quality that was very Sakurai-esque, and I was like, I think we're getting like, maybe I thought for a second Smash Brothers, but it wasn't. Miss Jackie CR, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cinema. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God. Hi. Hello. Super Sluggers sequel win? I would love a Super Sluggers sequel, dude. Like, absolutely. But yeah, it's good to see you, Jackie. How you doing today? Welcome on in. We're currently playing some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got open lobby. Kind of just chilling, shooting the fan about the Switch 2 Direct. Absolutely nerding out, having a good time. Such a fun time. I'm over the moon. As a fan of Nintendo, I'm absolutely over the moon. Kirby had a soccer game. Would Kirby be player or the ball? Well, yeah, would Kirby be the ball or like the player? That's a good point. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like kicking around a Kirby the whole time would make me feel bad. I think you gotta make it a ball of some kind. Somebody's gonna say like Waddle Dee, and I'm gonna go, no, not the child. I love Waddle Dee. Let's vote for TikTok Clock. I don't know why I've been wanting TikTok Clock. I'm in the mood for TikTok. I thought it was something to do with Kid Icarus, and so did a lot of people. A lot of people were speculating Kid Icarus. A lot of people were expecting Smash Brothers, to be fair. And, like, don't get me wrong, you know, to each their own. If you like a thing, you like a thing. I think asking for Smash Brothers early on is kind of asking a lot. But again, you know, to each their own. I'm not going to, like, judge if somebody wants Smash Brothers. I love Smash, and if we had another one, I'm not going to argue with that. Hang on, I'm trying to do a thing. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's see. Kirby had a putt-putt game. That's true, yeah, Kirby had a golf game. That's true. Elden Ring as a Switch 2 title, in my opinion, was not on my bingo card. Funnily enough, it was on mine, for those who recall. For those who were there earlier, I'd said Elden Ring 2 was going to be on... sorry, not Elden Ring 2, what am I saying? Elden Ring was going to be on the list, and the reason why I said that was because I had a hunch they were going to give us Elden Ring portably. It was big on the Steam Deck, for those who tried getting it to run on the Steam Deck and whatnot. And that was going to be a system seller for third party, because people love Elden Ring, and to have that portably was going to be sick. So... lock and load. Oh, great heavens. Oh, God. All the bumpkins, frick. Bro's relentless. My ears, they burn. Is that ICAC in chat? I'll read your comment here in a second when I'm not doing Baby Park and getting mollywopped, but... Yo, that a pumpkin gif? It's kind of cool, actually, ain't gonna lie. It's kind of cute. Kind of, sort of. That's me blocking. We take those. Oh, I'm in first. I don't... Son of a bee. Fair enough. Turn, turn, turn. We're on lap 6 of 7. I can do this, maybe.
Whoa, thanks for the subscription.
Whoa!
Enjoy that ad-free viewing and the lovely emotes.
Yo!
We hope you enjoy your stay at the Zack and Zonic Cinema.
Frost, thank you so much for subscribing. Enjoy the ad-free viewing and the lovely emotes. Highly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're actually getting in 2 new emotes soon, so we'll be freshening things up a little bit. So look forward to those. Should be happening in the near future. I also just completely obliterated my chance at least second. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, let me go ahead and read chat a little bit. No problem. Have a good night. Yeah, you as well, Frost. Thank you so much. Let's see. So I'm not rushing it to get the Nintendo Switch 2, but when it launches in 2 months' time, I'll wait until feedback from the general public. That's fair. That's not a bad way to go about it, especially when it's your money at day's end. If you want to be careful about that kind of thing, I don't blame you. I respect that. Absolutely. Hey, Chief, stopping in to spread some love for the night as I'm going to hit the hay soon as I get off work, but been a busy day. Keep being cool, and dude, and have a fantastic day, Chief. Icy, it's so good to see you. I love talking with you. Thank you so much for the kind words. I hope work was okay. Definitely get that good rest when you can. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and put the code on the screen real quick if anybody wants to get in on the Mario Karts, but I'm gonna put that down below. It's CVC53. I think DK Bonanza and the Prime 4 should drop before the new Smash comes out. I think we're definitely entitled to, like, newer experiences first before we get Smash Brothers and other such. Like, I say that as, like, I'm looking for Mario Kart the most. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. But I think it's safe to say, like, you know, we need other experiences. We're not, like, you know, we like the same old things all the time because we enjoy them. You know, it takes us to a different time. And we get hyped for stuff like Smash. I just think we need new experiences as well. Nintendo's all about innovating and, you know, pushing the good name out there of, like, new experiences. We wouldn't have Splatoon if they didn't take a shot at it, which is why people clamor for Splatoon 2, Splatoon 3, even Splatoon 4 at this point. You know what I mean? So, you know, we'll get those sequels in time, obviously, and, you know, we got a new Mario Kart, so we got that going for us. But, like, yeah, we need to take the time to, you know, enjoy these newer experiences. Guys, we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game since 1999. I was 4 years old since we had the last 3D Donkey Kong game. I would love a new 3D Mario, but we have had Odyssey, we've had games like Wonder, we've had Galaxy, we've had 3D World, Galaxy 2, 3D Land, I don't know why I did that in that order, Bowser's Fury included into the packaging, Sunshine 64, we've had all these games. You know, we've had Donkey Kong Country games, but we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game in over 25 plus years. We kind of need to dive into those domains that, you know, people have been asking for so long. I mean, come on. I mean, when you really think about it, if you did a new 3D DK game every 25 years, I could probably play like 1 or 2 more before I die. let's not wait another 25 years for another one. You know what I mean? Like, let's not do that. I will be dead by the next 2. I'll hold my Switch 2 purchase till there's a special edition bundle. There will always be special edition bundles. That's true. And yeah, if you're somebody who, like, if you would prefer a special edition bundle, there you go. You know, that'll happen in the future at some point. So, totally don't blame you. Bro, getting that Mario Kart would be a Mario Kart World practice. That's true. You know what's funny, Sonks? I've had you and one other person has said, you know, me getting in that Mario Kart World practice. So for those who don't know, most of you do, but for those who don't know, we've been hosting Mario Kart night sessions for the last like almost 2 years. I'd say more emphasized in the last like year and some. I've been hosting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe all the time in the anticipation of getting a new Mario Kart. Keep in mind, chat, you see how my VTuber model has the Mario outfit and I have the wheel? I put in for that with my VTuber mama months ago, before Mario Kart World was ever even announced. I did that with the speculation that Mario Kart, like, it's about time. I had no idea. I easily could have been wrong. A couple years passed by, still no Mario Kart. Freaking VTuber model would have went to waste with the wheel, and I would want to upgrade my VTuber model, and it would go to waste. I would have no idea, none the wiser. I took a shot. I took a chance at maybe we'll get a new Mario Kart. We are 2 months out. Can I at least get some props for like saying like, hey, I called it, like I put in for it ahead of time? It worked out in my favor. Like worst case scenario, the wheel would have been a waste. I was still going to get the Mario dreads, but the wheel would have kind of been a waste if I hadn't like, you know, unless I do like a butt ton of Mario Kart 8 and that's it, you know, it would have went to waste. So like, yeah, I'm excited that I have this VTuber model and I'm going to have it out of the front gate when Mario Kart World comes out. So I'm happy on that regard personally. Was not expecting a release date of some of the games in console. Honestly, that's fair. Some games got like actual like straight up release dates. Donkey Kong comes out a month after the Switch 2. You guys got July. So if like let's say you get through your Mario Kart a month later and you're like, yo, I want more on my Switch after the GameCube support, Mario Kart, etc., etc. You got Donkey Kong like a month later and all these other things releasing. We're being fed very well. You know, you just made me realize how long ago 1999 was. Yeah, 99 was a long time ago. Absolutely. Just realized my CRKD Nitro deck won't work with the Switch 2 frick. Oh no! I know what you're talking about actually. Yeah. Real talk, I like when Smash and I like when Smash is a celebration of IPs, not an advertisement, aka characters like Mega Man, Cloud, and Les, Corrin, Roy, etc. No, that's fair. Yeah, when the games aren't even out yet, that's fair. That's why I like characters like Banjo being a Smash. Like, obviously, outside of my bias, they give you a character that, like, isn't really in the happenings these days. Look at somebody like Mr. Game & Watch. He was barely relevant at that point in time when he came into Melee. Like, everyone was like, who the frick are you? But we loved him nonetheless, you know what I mean? And then, obviously, Game & Watch had a little bit of sunlight here and there in the future. But, yeah, you know, we haven't had a new Banjo-Kazooie game in forever, but Banjo came to Smash. That's awesome. Whereas, like, somebody like Corrin, it was like, yeah, Fire Emblem, let's advertise you. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But it's such a temporary ad for the sake of, like, that time frame. Or, Pokemon. They'll add in, like, a Pokemon from a generation that's, like, current. So you'll get, like, the Fire type that we got in the last Smash Brothers. That was very of the time. That was like, yo, that's the Pokemon we have. Throw them in there. You know, they could have easily picked any other Pokemon. Which, don't get me wrong, great choice. I think Incineroar was, like, you know, it's a fighter fire type. That was awesome. I know we already had Charizard, so people were kind of complaining about fire types. But, like, him being a fighter, that was awesome. Oh, God! Great heavens! Great heavens to Betsy. For a good chunk of EXP, yo, let's go. That's a lot of slices. That's a lot of popcorn. I just realized I'm a lap 3, so I need to move my cheeks. I'm crashing now. Bro, I'm crashing out. Wasn't even a year old in 99 since my birthday's in December. Yeah, honestly, I was technically 3 when DK64 came out, but I was like borderline 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I was practically 4. Because I remember playing DK64 when I was 4. My dad probably got the game like a little later, but I do remember playing it when I was like 4, so. Get away from me! That was so close! Mario Kart? Yeah, Boots, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we have a code down below for anybody who wants to pop on in and race with us. Feel free to pop on in. We're all going to be doing so many Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sessions in the future because we got the new Mario Kart World and the cards. So get in on the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sessions while you can. Yeah, thank you for the pumpkin. Pumpkin, hello. Gotta get $700. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's gonna be a lot of Nintendo, that's for sure. In the cart. I'm being bullied. I'm gonna vote Rainbow Road still. Pumpkin, hello. It's good to see you. I'm still getting this, even though some rage baiters are like, "Oh, would you buy it because you're a suck up to Nintendo?" Which no one. No, it's because I like the franchises, not the companies. Same boat, basically. And like, I like to make the joke that I'm a sheep, but like genuinely, it's something I enjoy. And if I have the ability to do that, then I'm gonna, I'm gonna enjoy it. So, you having fun? Yeah, we're having a pretty good time. Having a really nice Mario Kart session, chill. We're just kind of shooting the fan with chat, being nerds, having a good time. It's been great. It's been really great so far. How you doing, hon? How you doing? Coming in next race? That sounds good, Noah. That sounds good. I bought it because of the open world Mario Kart before GTA 6. That's fair, yeah. I'm loving that open world's becoming more normal in games. Like, I'm all for it. Give me a new Jak and Daxter that's just like this giant open world game, please. I loved Jak and Daxter because of like the open worldness. It's so good. Good, you better be smiling. Hey, I got my smiles. I got my smileys. Honestly, even though I do have to go back to work tomorrow, and I got like work 5 days straight, it'll be good to go back to work. I could use some work in my life. I don't want to become a couch potato. I've gotten kind of lazy. Not in the bad way. I've been enjoying my time off, but it'll be good to get back to work, I suppose. Although if you ask me like, yo, would you rather go back to work or like, just stream all the time? I'd probably stream all the time. It's much better. Can I join? Yeah, Boots, come on in. You got that code on the bottom of the screen. By all means, would love to have you. Or like when I get called a cap. Oh, I see what you. I almost read that, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. That's fair. I like Capcom though. Like I'm not even a Capcom suck up. I will just buy what I like from them. But yeah, dude, I want Resident Evil 9. I know we're talking about like Nintendo, but I want Resident Evil 9. I'm ready for it. I want that next RE game, bro. Call me ready. People who make those comments, their whole personality, I think they don't know what a happy childhood was. They're definitely somebody who needs a hug. And I get it. Like, there's a difference between it's not for you and you can't afford it and all that kind of stuff, and then there's just being a ding-a-ling and, like, being mean to people. Like, I had that one guy this morning who was just, like, a jerk in my chat, and even getting to the point he was saying, like, friends are not reliable and stuff for, like, having a membership online with, like, Nintendo, and I was like, bro, what? You can't be saying that. It's, like, out of pocket. Bro doesn't have real friends or something. I don't know. I can only hope the best for people. I don't want to hate on the guy, but like, like you can't rely. Friends aren't reliable for the family plan. I'm like, I've been doing that with friends for like 4 or 5 plus years now on the Nintendo Online. What are you talking about? Misery loves company, I'd say. That's true. That's a really good way to say it. It's true. Broba's Dr. Eggman IRL. Kinda, honestly. Kinda. Gotta get that Bowser out. Do you actually thought anybody would be friends with you after all the things you said in the comment section? Kinda. Kidding. Oh, great heavens. Oh, pushed me out of bounds. Brutal. I'm kind of proud, though. That was cool. That was cool. He can never join Fairy Tail. Yeah, nah. Denied. Even though, yes, Nintendo and Sony have done some questionable things, their franchises have always... oh, thank you for the nuggie. Have always delivered and never double-crossed me. That's fair. That's fair. That's completely fair. Alright, that was the first cup. Not everybody was there during the entirety of the cup, but still. Imagine not relying on your friends. Could be me. A lot more people now. Yeah, we got about 7 of us now. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, to the yeah. That was about almost 2 hours. We're gonna go ahead. We'll do another 24, and then we'll probably call it there. We might have some quote unquote poopy weather in the next hour-ish. So keep in mind, chat, if we end around midnight, you know why? Because apparently bad weather is going everywhere. I'm keeping my eyes peeled though. I'll be off soon, I hope. That sounds good, Zinni. That sounds good. By the way, Zinni, if we do have to wrap up close to midnight because of weather, me and Deku are thinking about watching a movie. There's a movie I've been wanting to show that Deku's never seen, and it'd be a fun little watch along with like friendos. So I might be whipping that out. It's called Kung Pao. If anybody's familiar with the movie Kung Pao, if you know, you know. That push was unintentional, but first was worth it. I could tell the push was unintentional, but it was very funny. It was very funny. I thought it was funny. I wonder what the James Bond game will be. So what's funny is they announced the James Bond game a while back. I'm sure it will have multiplayer, but like they announced it a while back, but the fact that they announced it for the Switch too is awesome. Saki, like, oh, thank you for the nuggie. It's my wife. the wife Nuggie. No, but I was gonna say, like, the James Bond game, I've been waiting on that for a while. Unfortunately, still no gameplay. But I was glad to know that they're still kind of touching upon it a little bit. That way it's not, like, dead in the water. Like, we know it's still coming. So that put my mind at ease for the Bond game. For those who don't know, fun fact of the day, I know I don't talk about it very much, like, at all. I had a Bond phase during the Daniel Craig era. And went back and, like, watched, like, GoldenEye and all these other movies, right? And, you know, all the other movies, right? I had a Bond phase, and I still love Bond. So, for those who don't know, I'm a big fan of those movies. They're very, very good. I know that's quote-unquote rich coming from the cinema guy. You guys would think I'm the most cultured guy in the world being a quote-unquote cinema guy. There's still a lot I haven't seen in the world of cinema. It's more so a theme. But I do enjoy a good Bond film. The Orange Chicken is ready. Yo, Orange Chicken? The Orange Chicken at the Pin Express. I'm Bond, James Bond. Let's go. Yo, Penguin, welcome on in. During the Clinton years? Yo, gaming in the Clinton years? Let's go. I haven't heard that phrase in ages. It's fine if you don't want to pay $80 for a game, but if you don't give others grief because they chose to. Exactly. Like, don't dunk on other people for, like, wanting to have a fun time or being able to do so. Like, if it's not for you, totally get it. Dude, I get it. We live in trying times. I'm not gonna dunk on somebody for, like, yo, you're not gonna go and out there and get the $450 console with tax and games and accessories. Like, you're not gonna do that. Like, not in this economy. Like, I'm gonna do it, but I'm also crazy, and I kind of have the capability to a slight degree. Whereas, like, you know, you gotta wager your money. You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta take care of yourself first and foremost. Like, if I knew for a fact I couldn't get the Switch 2 because groceries were, like, you know, priority, I'm gonna get the groceries. You're gonna have to do what you gotta do, and that's fair. And I'm okay with that. I think I've matured in that regard. I would have never done that years ago. I would have, like, had a fit and be like, nah, I gotta get this. I'm gonna find a way to get it no matter what anyways, but if I couldn't, I would live with it for a bit. I would get one later. The only console I skipped out on with Nintendo from the get-go, like a console, not handheld, was the 3DS. I had the GameCube at launch, had the Wii at launch, barely, technically, kind of, sort of. Wii U I skipped out on. Wii U was the first one I skipped, and then the Switch I did get day of, on March 3rd. But yeah, Switch 2 I'm also hoping to be a launch. I'm hoping to get that at, like, day one. You just aged like Solid Snake with Metal Gear Solid 4 when I said that. Oh no. Feeling old, bro. Oh dang, I'm getting dunked. Is that a blue shell? That's not gonna matter. Gotta remember, never let the sad thoughts hurt you, and you're better than bad things in your life. That's true. Chat, never do bad things to yourself. There's good things to live for. Very good things. On a different note, do you honestly think GTA 6 will be released in 2025, or do you think it's coming out in 2026? If it gets delayed, I will laugh. That's what I'm going to say. Only because they put their foot down on the confidence of launching that in the year 2025. They have said it several times, even going into this year, saying, like, yep, it's coming out this year. If they delay it, I will laugh. I will feel bad for the developers, because that might be, like, a crunch for them or something, but, like, because they did that with Red Dead 2, but otherwise, like, I will laugh at Rockstar for delaying it if they do. Now, if they delay it, it means it's good for, like, the devs and they're not getting crunch time and they don't hurt the employees, then good. You know, I'm not going to argue against that. I'm just going to laugh because they've confidently said we're getting it this year, and if we don't, then that'll be funny. That's what I'm saying, more so. You joined? Hey, let's go, Boots. I'll be 22 before GTA 6, GTA 5 came out when I was 9. Dude, that's insane. That's insane to hear. How old was I when GTA 5 came out? I was... God, what year was GTA, guys? 2013, if I'm not mistaken? That was, what, 12 years ago? I was 17. I was 17 when GTA 5 came out. And thankfully, you only have to be 17 to buy mature games like that. Granted, I'm sure my folks got me GTA 5 regardless. I grew up with San Andreas. Say what you will about my dad, but he hooked a guy up, and I appreciate that. Yeah, like, GTA 5 was kind of my first, like, adult session of, like, GTA, so... Or maybe I was 16. Or, yeah, I was 16 going on 17. I was going to be 17 in November of that year, so yeah. I was 16 going on 17. And now I'm 29 as GTA... Actually, if GTA 6 comes out after my birthday, I will be 30 when GTA 6 comes out. Imagine being 16 and then being 30. 16 going on 30. I swear that's like a movie or something, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's 13 going on 30. It's 13 going on 30. It would be the 16 going on 30 for me when it comes to GTA. I'm Julia / Boots. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, so you're in front of me. I got you. Watching and remembering, I'm terrible at Mario Kart. Nah, you're good. No worries. We definitely play Mario Kart here for fun, and I'd be the first to tell you I never win all the time. I tend to take hits constantly as I go. You were 11 when it came out? You know what's crazy to me? Because, like, when you guys say, like, oh, I was 11, my brain goes, God, you were so much younger than me. But it's, like, not really when you think about it. Like, you're still younger than me. But, like, when you're 11 and I'm, what, 16? That's a 5-year difference. Like, that seems, like, not much. But, like, when you think about, oh, yo, I was 11, that means, like, what, you're, like, 24? Or, like, close to that time frame? Like, man, that's insane. Like, kids who play GTA 5, like, the kids that I got on, like, I'd be playing, like, GTA, I'm like, oh, God, there's a kid on the microphone. That would be the kids of, like, that'd be you guys today, like, being 24 or 25. Like, that's, you know, it doesn't matter now because we're all adults, so, like, it's not a biggie. But it's just kind of weird in that perspective. Like, I have friends who are way younger than me who have, like, played Team Fortress 2, and I'm like, you were those motherfucking kids. You were those kids when I played Team Fortress 2, and now we're, like, friends because we're, you know, adults now, but, like, you know, you were the kids at that point in time. Like, it's crazy to me. That's me exploding a bomb. Yo. Playing Tears of the Kingdom while watching this. Ayy. Good old Tears of the Kingdom. I might have to get back on that. Had to step away? No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, if you ever need to step away, totally understand. I've had those. 13 going on 30, yeah. Vice City was also... Or, sorry, Vice City was always be the most classic to me. I loved Vice City. Vice City was so good. What a classic. You were 13 when GTA 5 came out? So, yeah, you were... Yeah, okay. That checks out. That checks out. So that's about... You'd be like... I'm trying to do the math. You'd be like 25, 26, maybe 25, 24?
New
Somewhere
Mario
in that
Kart
domain.
8 Deluxe. That game
Is that
sold
Omega?
14 hours ago.
14 hours ago? Bro, you come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Mario Kart World.
Prototype Bonnie, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cinema. Also, Omega, we had a bit of an oopsie earlier, and don't feel bad about this, because genuinely, I had to learn this on my own. I didn't know how to unpause all the redeems the other way around. I'm so used to just turning them on and off manually. They were all paused, and everybody was like, yeah, the inventory says empty, and they're just not available. And I was like, huh? And I like go through it and check, and I was like, oh, shoot. So I've learned how to turn them back on, and don't feel bad, because that's, as a streamer, I need to know how to do that, right? But I felt bad because I was like, I wish Omega was here, but he's sleeping. Uh-oh. Hello, I'm actually playing Mario Kart 8. Yo, Prototype Bonnie, welcome on in. It's good to see you. Yeah, we got a code down below if anybody wants to pop on in and play some Mario Kart with us. It's CVC53. If not, and you want to play on your own terms, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, welcome to the cinema. It's good to have you. You can always message me if you need anything, Z. I wanted you to rest. Again, as a content creator, you got to give me this. As a content creator, I should know these things. I do them the harder way for some reason, but, like, yeah, I needed to know how to do that, so now I do, and that's good. So we'll never have that issue in the future. If, like, oh, wait, they got paused? Great, I know how to, like, go in there now and turn them all back on, so I'm glad I have this knowledge now. It really wasn't even that complicated, I just genuinely didn't know how to, so. Hate that if you want to go through Breath of the Wild and continue Tears of the Kingdom 60 FPS, I have to buy the games again for Switch 2 since they're physical and not digital. You can upgrade them. You can upgrade them, Lancer, for, I believe, $10 to $15. If I'm not mistaken, if you already own the games physically or digitally. And I believe they're free if you have the Nintendo Online membership. I could be wrong. I don't know which membership, but I believe it's free for Nintendo Online members. And then if you already own it like physically or digitally, and you don't have Nintendo Online, it's like a $10, $15 upgrade. You don't have to buy the entire game over again. That's not how that works, to my knowledge. You don't have to like go out there and spend $70, because that would pee people off. That'd be really bad. I believe it's like 10, 15 to upgrade. Yeah, that's huge, right? So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like most of the upgrades are going to be free for online members. I'm not sure if a couple of them are free for everybody. I want to say Zelda might actually be the exclusion. Zelda, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I want to say those games are like free upgrades for everybody, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's a choice on the developer's part or something. I'm not sure. But otherwise, yeah. And we're actually getting upgrades to like 3D World and Bowser's Fury and the Mario Brothers U Deluxe, ARMS, a couple other games. ARMS, guys, is getting an upgrade. For those who don't know, they announced a whole bunch of other stuff earlier as extra. ARMS is getting an upgrade. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to kind of revitalize the game a smidgen, even if just a smidge. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. I still use an iPhone 7. Yeah, honestly, like if you're somebody who doesn't need the newest phone and it works for you and, you know, you don't quite need to upgrade, that's perfectly fine. I rocked a Zinni, whatever phone you had before. I had that phone, that type of phone, for the longest time until I upgraded. I plan on upgrading my phone maybe in like a year or two, maybe. We'll see. It still works for me, so I'm not going to argue with it. A much better clarification because I didn't know if it worked like that. Yeah, no, it would be, dude, it would be terrible if you had to spend $70 on like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom again just to get the upgrades. That'd be so bad. That's when I would jump with you guys and go, yes, that's dumb. Like I would agree with you on that. But yeah, the upgrades are either free or they're going to be 10 to 15 bucks, which isn't the worst. And again, they're not forced. If somebody goes, yo, I have to pay for the upgrade, that's dog water. If you know, you can still play those games on your Switch. You're just not going to get like the 60 FPS or potential like little DLCs that people are throwing in. I say people, you know what I mean, like the devs. So. Oh. Yo, it's not like lagging galore. I'm hoping the Switch Online is better though with the Switch too. It's not going to be like immensely better. It's not going to be like immensely better, but it will be a little better. At least the Wi-Fi. I believe it's getting a thing called Wi-Fi 6. I will not elaborate on how that works because I'm not a pro, but Wi-Fi 6 is a thing for those who know of that. It's pretty much just a better connectivity, but upgrade my phone every other year or more. That's not a bad way to go about it. I would say, like, if you're somebody who wants to, like, stick in the haps of having a new phone, but not, like, need the newest thing all the time, every other year is good, or every other couple of years. I have, like, the Galaxy, I think, like, S21 or something, and I think we're on, like, 25. Maybe I have, like, the S22. I don't quite remember. But I'm almost at the point I should probably, like, upgrade, because my phone battery hates me. It's not, like, the worst thing in the world, but eventually I'm going to need to upgrade. I'm definitely upgrading within a year, 2 max. But if it's not a priority and I'm perfectly fine with my phone, then I'm fine. I ain't gonna argue with it. Yo, CG0, welcome on in. Hope Scarlet and Violet upgrades can redeem that game for some people. I'm hoping it gets like the 60 FPS that it deserves because people argued about the frame rate and the glitchiness, all these other things. I'm hoping the upgrade at least gives it like a solid frame rate. I feel like that would be really cool. Like that would even maybe get me to like at least try it out again after so long and maybe do like another run of the game or something, probably. Oh, you're the one that helped with the Sonic Crossworlds build? Yeah. I remember you. Cha-cha-cha. I got that good build. That's another thing I'm looking forward to outside of like Mario Kart World is the Sonic Racing Crossworlds. That's going to be a lot of fun. And it's multi-platform and cross-platform. Cross-play. So, we'll be able to play with everybody whenever that comes out. I am kind of hoping they do like a Switch 2 version of the game, but I'm sure they will. Like, I'm like 95% confident they will. The other 5% is saying they're just going to do Switch and call it a day, but I'm pretty sure they'll do a Switch 2. Yeah, but I can't wait. Yeah, dude, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. We're going to be hosting a lot of Sonic Racing Crossworlds here, so we'll be able to like race together and have good sessions. I think the pricing and the thing is the people are going to conflict people. Yeah, the pricing. So I think the console, like say what you will, but I think the console... And now this, I think the console price is justified only because like I know to a degree how much it costs to make a console. I know how much it costs like make a console, put in storage, etc., etc. It's going to cost a certain amount. I was hoping 400, but when it said 256 in gigabytes, I was like, yeah, that might be 450, and it was 450. At least it's not 500, and that's great. Which means it's still below the PS5, and that's good. Bit of a side note. I will say, it seems to be the game prices that people are ticked about. And I understand that. I resonate with that. I get it. So, I don't blame people if they're upset about that. I'm somebody who, like, if I paid $80 for Mario Kart 8... Not 8, what am I saying? If I paid $80 for Mario Kart World, you know me, chat. I love Mario Kart so much. I have a freaking VTuber costume with it. The wheel and everything. I love Mario Kart. I'm dedicated to it. So when we get this new Mario Kart, you know for a fact I'm going to be all over that, like, day one, for hours on end, multiple days a week. Like, that's going to be my game of the year, I think. Unless Donkey Kong wants to say something different. I'm down for that, too. But yeah, no, safe to say, like, I'm looking forward to Mario Kart. I'm going to get my money's worth with that game. I'm gonna get the bundle, and that'll make it $50. I'm going to get it digitally, so that shouldn't be so bad. Definitely getting my money's worth at that point. $50 for the new Mario Kart? Like, that's a steal in my book. For some who collect physical, I can agree with them. I don't like to get digital, and that's fair. My dad's the same way. He likes to get physical, and a lot of my other friends like to get the physical games. I became a digital shrub, unfortunately, but that's mostly because I wanted the convenience of having all the Switch games on the go, so I don't have to, like, swap out cartridges. And, you know, you could call that lazy, but, you know, that's fair. But it's kind of nice to, like, pick up a system, go, and, like, just be like, yo, I can play anything I want on the go. Like, I like that feeling. So, that's just me. But I totally understand the physical games philosophy, because I did that for, like, pretty much my whole life until the Switch came out. So, I totally get it. And for preservation, it's good to have, you know, it's good to have physical. Wait, so the new Mario Kart is called Mario Kart Worlds? Yeah, it's called okay, so I need to look that up one more time, because I keep calling it Mario Kart World / Worlds, and I don't know if it's, like, it's got an S at the end. Mario Kart World. Let me look this up. Mario Kart... Yeah, Mario Kart World is what it's called. I keep calling it Worlds with an S and then World, but yeah, I was pretty sure it was World. Okay, yeah, Mario Kart World. So, like, kind of like Super Mario World. It's Mario Kart Worlds. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Fair, though, I have to save up to get, since I only get paid enough for the essentials and a bit more. That's fair. That's fair. Got caught on the bad trick at the start. Oh, no. I feel that. Although I'd argue in Mario Kart, if you have a bad start, you have a pretty good chance of catching back up. But depending on the players, sometimes it is hard to, like, catch up the first or so. But if it's, like, the beginning, you have a pretty good shot at coming back. I hate being in, like, on lap 3 and I'm in first place. That's when I feel like I'm in danger and it's going to be a problem. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be a terrible time. When Crossroads comes out, I'll help you with more builds and we can work together. Yeah, honestly, like, if you or even other chat members have, like, other builds you want to, like, throw out there, and the extreme gear, you know, we got the extreme gear from Riders, that'll be really good to bounce back with you on, so I would love to, like, learn about the ins and outs of that. And I'm sure it'll, like, spread across the internet as well, with builds and whatnot. And, you know, obviously, certain builds are going to, like, be preferred by other people, but I'm very much down to, like, share that kind of thing. That sounds fun. Do you have other games that aren't Nintendo don't cost 90? Yeah, so far the highest price game we have is 80, with Donkey Kong being 70 and some other games. We haven't seen a 90 to my knowledge. I'm seeing people throw around the 90 price tag. If I'm missing a $90 price tag game, do let me know. I've not heard about it since then. But unfortunately, we kind of live in a society where, like, you know, anything's possible, so. I hope we don't get to that point, but also, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we did at some point. You crashed? Oh no. Yeah, pop back in if you want to. No worries. Lots of Mario Kart Worlds, open world exploration, and the ability to do that with friends. Oh, frick. I was reading. Very cool. The open world aspect is very fun. Very awesome. Kart is 90 physically. Oh, shoot. Is that what it was? Kart is physically 90? Hot dog. If so, I actually didn't know that, Zinni. Holy frick. Wow. Most likely going to use the extreme 9 out of 10 times. No, that's fair. I'm probably going to do... I guess it depends. I like karts, but I know for a fact people are going to be using rider boards like crazy, so I'm going to try to get accustomed to both. I can see myself playing the rider's board more, but we'll see. Very excited, though. Very, very excited. And if that game becomes very moddable, I'm excited. Sonic Crossworlds being modded, just fire. Also, welcome back, Soul. It's good to see you. The question is, what streaming will be added to Switch to, like, Netflix and Hulu? I think we definitely need, like, Netflix and Hulu at this point. Oh, shoot, low battery? Oh, God, I didn't actually expect my Pro Controller to die. But you know what? I probably have been meaning to charge it, so fair. I'm going to go ahead and sneak on in here real quick. Nice. That's where you're aiming for the bundles? Same. I'm definitely going to get the bundle. That'll shave off a good chunk of dough. First, that's better. Eee. Oh, Zonic forgot to charge the controller. Ooh, listen. Nintendo Switch 2 digital titles are 80 digital and physical are 90, but the physical copies are just a chip to download the game on the internet, so don't waste your money on physical copies. Yeah, I'm somebody who does the digital route anyways, but for those who like physical, I think, like, do a little bit of research, everyone, just in case, because I think it might have been blown out of proportion. Somebody said something about it earlier,
Popcorn's on
being not as bad, but I also could just be wrong. But I would say, like, at that point, you might as well go ahead and just go digital. If they're going to cost that much, to save a little bit of money, and the cartridge is literally a waste of time. Nobjust, thank you so much for the gift sub. Congratulations to Penguin with an Axe for getting that gift sub. Enjoy the after viewing and the lovely emotes. Highly appreciate you, dude. Let's make a deal. If I give you a new building and it gets you first place, you win. You got to follow me? So most of the PS5 games are cheaper than the Switch 2, and it isn't even out. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Heard the chip thing was only for certain games, but I'm not sure. I believe it is for certain games. think they were saying 90 because of they saw the price revealing during the Nintendo Direct. Probably. Moist critical himself gamer Jesus blessing us with news. Bless up. Alright. Coconut malt time. I'm gonna focus on the race. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go ahead and drop that banana. I'm gonna get me a coffee at the mall, and I'm gonna drop it because somebody's gonna hit me with a shell, and it's gonna be all hot on my lap. It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna suck. Da 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 da. I'm gonna do the shilling today. Yo, Omega, thank you for doing that. Yeah, everybody in chatland, we have a new Discord server, specifically to my audience. Consider joining. We got Sinopolis Zone. Gonna be doing a movie night Saturday. Back to the Future. Gonna be a super fun time. Got tons of emotes. We recently added the cow emote from Mario Kart World, so that's going to be fun. Don't forget the Sue McDonald's. Make Mickey D's. I kind of want McDonald's now. On the GameCube emulator for Switch, we'll have Sunshine, Gale of Darkness, Luigi's Mansion, and more. You're going to stream any of those again, or just play on personal time. So, funnily enough, we're going through Coliseum right now, like on an actual physical copy that Omega gave me a while back. So, I'm likely not going to do Coliseum. But Gale of Darkness, definitely, as a stream series. And then, what else is there? Beans. Luigi's Mansion for sure. That was the launch title for the GameCube, and I would love to revisit that again. We're going to be doing Strikers, Mario Strikers, so I'm going to be playing that with Deku. F-Zero GX, absolutely. Wind Waker, I'd like to do a playthrough of. Chibi Robo's definitely happening. I've been meaning to play that, but I just never could buy the game in this day and age. Yeah, I'm going to be tackling a lot of the games. Soul Calibur 2, absolutely showing that off. I'm sure there's other games in there that I can't really think about right now, if you guys want to throw out the other games. Mario Sunshine, I think, is a given. I love Mario Sunshine. You don't have to convince me very much. Frick! I was really hoping I could, like, hurry up through that. Mother trucker. That's fair. I got coconut mauled a little. Oh, that's... Never mind. I'm definitely getting coconut mauled. You guys are dinglings. You guys are dinglings. Frick! I'll have to live with that. Wow. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's the name of the game, baby. Let me borrow one of your movie nights for Lupin. I definitely... Okay, so Zinni, I need to make... I'm going to be making time for, like, all the movie nights that I need to host that I said I would. So, I don't know if you want to pick the specific day in the future. I might go ahead and, like, at least let you pick the day. So that way, you know, it works in your favor, since that's the one you want. But the other ones I'll likely just, like, host. And if for any reason it just doesn't mix well with somebody, I'll, like, change the day. Especially for those who, like, redeemed that thing. Yeah, I think next week I'm going to be throwing in a couple of those incentives to, like, start knocking them out. I'll say be interested to see you play Path of Radiance personally. Oh, Fire Emblem. I am not a Fire Emblem guy, but that is going to be the quote-unquote yet, because I've never tried Fire Emblem. And I've heard good things about Radiance. So I don't know if I don't know if that's my domain, but I would not mind giving it a shot. Especially the fact that it's so expensive. This is like my golden opportunity to try it without having to commit like money to not only like an OG copy, but just something like, you know, that I'm not sure I would like. So I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's a good game, but you want to know what I'm excited for? Bravely Default Remaster? Yeah, Bravely Default. That's actually priced at $40. That's a really good price going into the Switch 2 era, so that's exciting. Oh, I cannot forget about my Pro Controller. I gotta plug that sucker in here soon. But, yeah, no, Bravely Default, I was so, like, I'm not even a Bravely Default guy, but, like, I mean, how can you not be happy for the fans who like that game? I heard very good things about Bravely Default, and I believe Bravely Default 2 is a thing, so maybe they'll do a remaster of that one eventually. That'll be awesome. I wouldn't doubt they'll do a sequel to that. If they do the first one, they might do the second. Path of Radiance is good because we like Ike. We do like Ike. Is my boy Roy in there, though? That was the Melee era, right? If Roy's in there, I might have to give it a whirl, because we do love Roy. Roy is our boy. Although I really want Melee online. Sadly, no Roy! Ah! We still got Ike, though. We still got Ike. We just gotta get Mike. Martha and Roy was Melee. Yeah. Maybe Roy was like one of the GBA games. Roy was in the GBA... There we go. Yeah, Roy was in the GBA game. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, that was their way of like, you know, okay. I see what's up. I see what's up. Thankfully, we got the Path of Radiance. I'll switch you, but not where you can just borrow mine. Oh, that's right. You have Path of Radiance. That's fair. That's fair, Omega. Royless. Royless? Oh, no. What a terrible time we live in. What other GameCube games did I, like, outside of the ones I said that I was missing there? I said Strikers, Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Gale of Darkness, Coliseum, Strikers, Chibi Robo, Radiance, Soul Calibur 2. What was I missing again? I know there was, like, I think a couple on there that I missed. I'm sure. We should get Geist eventually. Give us Geist. Oh wait, Z, you can play the game with Roy. It's on Switch expansion pack. Oh, honestly, that's cool. There you go. It's on the Switch expansion pack. That's fair. Yeah. Roy is our boy, baby. I'm not sure if I listed all the GameCube games. F-Zero GX. I know that was in there. I'm so sorry if I didn't say that. But yeah, no, that's there's a lot of good GameCube games coming out. I'm at that point, outside of the Sonic games, because that's obvious, being a Sonic fan, I would like to see Melee. I think some of the Sonic games, at least the notable ones. What else? I'm sure there's, like, other GameCube games I can't think of. I'm not going to, like, add in, like, Nickelodeon third parties in there. As funny as Attack on the Twonkies would be on the Switch. Battle for Bikini Bottom would be a Whoa SpongeBob moment, I would say. I'm going to vote Rainbow Road. Let me look at my GameCube collection. Metroid Prime. I think the Metroid Prime games, at least maybe two. Two would be appreciated. Sonic Riders. You can honestly put Riders on there if you really wanted to. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I think that's going to happen. Star Fox Adventures. I think somebody mentioned that earlier. We'll likely get that. Maybe. I know it's rareware, but I can see us getting it. I know people have joked about Shadow the Hedgehog. Pac-Man World 2. If they're not doing repack, maybe World 2 would be nice. Pac-Man World Rally would go hard. That'd be another kart racer. Oh, bro, imagine Pac-Man World Rally. Crash Nitro Kart and Crash Tag Team Racing. I don't know about those. They might. Freaking give us Ed and Eddie. Give us Ed and Eddie the Big Adventure. The Big Adventure. Looking forward to Star Fox Adventures. Oh, and Assault. Yeah, Assault. That's true. That's true. Mario Parties, Mario Kart Double Dash, Superstar Baseball, Power Tennis. That's true. The Mario Essentials. We'll get Double Dash later. You know how we had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch and then we got 64 later with the N64 line? We're going to get Double Dash later. They want Mario Kart World to sell well. So get Mario Kart World out there. Give Double Dash, I hate saying this, chat, give Double Dash a year or two. I know we don't want to wait on that, but like give it a year or two, let Mario Kart sell for a while, and then we'll get Double Dash. Guarantee you. Yeah, those are good. Star Fox Adventures and Wave Race Blue Storm. Oh, Wave Race Blue Storm. How about the, there's also that 1080p snowboarding game that was on GameCube. That one was solid. For those who like that kind of thing. Shot in the Dark, SSX Tricky. For all of two of us out there that like that game. I like SSX, but that's just me. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem would be a great title to add. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Twilight Princess. Wario World definitely needs to happen. Metroid Prime 2. Dude, Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe, please. Like, it's just the first game at least, right? Like, at least. But, like, man. That's a title I haven't heard in a hot minute. I've been meaning to stream that forever. Especially being the cinema guy. If you know Beautiful Joe enough, you know. Yeah, what else is there? I was just going to say they should do SSX. Yo, Nubnus, let's go. The SSX gang. For all two of us out there who like it. I like SSX. It's really cool. It's tricky. Yo, make that 3. We got 3, gang. Yo. The SSX gang. Good stuff. Custom Robo. Yeah, Custom Robo's a good one, Zinni Milano. That's good. Also, hello, Kit. Welcome on in. The other Kit. Not my friend Kit, but the other Kit. The cool chat. Kit. Kit, the Kit. We got 2 Kits, I know. Listen, it's very difficult for me. So how are we feeling about the Switch 2 Direct after the price of the console and the games revealed? I'm excited personally. I've already went out of my way to buy the 1TB micro SD card, which is very expensive. $200 for the micro SD card express card, whatever you want to call it. Very expensive, but very much looking forward to upgrading my Switch from the get-go. You mean this kit? Listen, not that kit, the kit, like the Kit Kat kit. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Let's go, baby. Speak of the devil, yeah, just appeared out of nowhere. Beautiful Joe, I haven't heard that name in years. I was thinking the same thing, dude. I love Beautiful Joe. Get the amateur art gal is what it says. Oh, thank you. I ain't gonna lie, it all being like one word as a username, it was hard for me to read, but I appreciate it. Oh, I'm crashing, bro. I'm crashing hard. I'm crashing so hard. That cat is so in my way, bro. I couldn't even finish. I couldn't see. Thank you, Kit. I appreciate you. Thank you, bestie. Kit, you know what I'm looking forward to, dude? Like, genuinely. Like, I know I've said this before, but, like, as we get closer, I can't wait to get a freaking drink with you in 2 months. We're gonna sit down, have a couple drinks, and just not worry about anything. Just have a couple of drinks. Looking forward to that. Absolutely. The Zonic crash out. I wanted to read a comment above. Where is that comment? There it is. But yeah, no, how are we feeling about the Switch 2? So, let's see. I was also known as the Kit Kat for a while, so hat does not separate me from Kit the Fox. Honestly, I want to call you Kit the Cat, as funny as that would be. Or we could just say Kit Kat. I might say Kit Kat for simplicity. But anyways, but yeah. Hello, my double hello. We got 2 Kits, we got 2 Omegas. We just need double of everybody. We got 2 Zennies in chat. We got Zenny Milano. Welcome back to Twitch, Zonic. Yo, Admiral, good to see you again, bud. Good to see you. Or 1080 Avalanche has copyright music, so that might be an issue. Oh, you right though. No. Yeah, I forgot about that. You make a fair point. Yeah, you gotta kind of clear that with yeah, the music people. It's not like something like Tony Hawk where you're kind of doing it remastered and you know what you're getting into. So I lied. Apparently, the Fire Emblem game with Royal is exclusive to Japan. Oh, that's a darn shame. God dang it, Sakurai. Insert Spider-Man imposter meme. It's Spooderman. That reminds me of... Oh, shoot. For the summit level we saw, if we were climbing it this time, it would be really cool. Of course, transition is that we base jump off the top, basically squirrel suit glide all the way to the next course. That would be awesome. Dude, so it kind of looks like... correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys have a different opinion. The summit-looking level, the snow-looking level in the new Mario Kart, it's very much like that is the next Mount Wario. I'm not calling it like a Wario level, but it is the spiritual successor to Mount Wario as a course. It looks huge, bro. Huge course. So excited. Also, I'm very excited for 25M for Donkey Kong. Like, that is going to be a Donkey Kong course, dude. That's going to be peak. Spider-Man 2 for GameCube is fun, too. Dude, imagine getting the frickin' Spider-Man games on the frickin' Switch GameCube. Like, I doubt it, but, like, also wouldn't say no. We've seen stranger games come to the Nintendo Online, right? And Spider-Man's popular. I would love to see that. I had the original going up, not Spider-Man 2, but I did go to a friend's house once and played Spider-Man 2. I believe delivering pizzas, hence the little pizza delivery theme that's infamous. But that'd be funny. Though I haven't had somebody call me Kit Kat forever, that brings back memories. Whatever you prefer, I will totally call you that. Whichever you prefer. I do think Kit Kat is a fun name, though. But if you prefer anything else, let me know. I got you. DK Pass is just a track from the DS, though. DS and Wii predict a tropical freeze with winter levels. I need to plug in my controller. Alexa, remind me in 1 minute to plug my controller in.
Okay, I'll remind you.
We should be done with the course by then. It can bark at me. It's got to be my reminder. My brain ain't going to remember otherwise. Actually, Zonic, you won't believe this. There's another kit that follows me. Another kit? Yo. You know what's funny? Funnily enough, same. I had somebody who goes by the IDW kit the other day follow me. With like IDW in their title. It's pretty funny. Or maybe that was Surge. Never mind. It was Surge. I take back what I said. I lied. Sure, Kit Kat is fine. I'm fond of that one. All right, Kit Kat it is. Heck yeah. I'm gonna get a Kit Kat of calling somebody Kit Kat, though. I ain't gonna lie. And now I kind of want a Kit Kat. Oh, I don't have the boomerang. My bad. I did beat the Spider-Man 3 game, though. How was the Spider-Man 3 game? I didn't play that one. That was like the one I didn't play. I played, what was it? Web of Shadow and something Shattered Dimensions or something. I played those. Whichever one had like Spider-Man 2099 as well. Whichever one that was. I played that one. That one was actually pretty good, given the time. Alexa, stop. Thank you. You? Imagine we get Rayman 3. Dude, that'd be insane. The one like Ubisoft win, or Ubisoft, what do you want to call them? I'm gonna vote for Rainbow Road. I'm also gonna use the bathroom after this one. I don't care what place I get. I really need to go to the bathroom. Shadow Dimensions or Edge of Time? Both. I played both of those. Oh, they were on PS3 and 360 if I'm not mistaken. I played those. Yeah, those were good. Maybe Web of Shadows may have not been the one I played. I may have just been naming a thing. Rayman is turning 30 this year. Jeez Louise. I'm going to die. I love that clip, dude. Closest we'll get is Rayman getting love for his 30th anniversary. True. It was fun, but if you ever play it, be careful of how often you use the black suit, because every time you use it, the suit gets harder to remove. Oh, doesn't it, like, give you the choice of, like, having the suit or not? Or something? Which username should I mass translate? Oh, well, I just realized I picked a Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road. Let's go. I played them too. Edge of Time was on 360 and Web of Shadows was on Wii. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't have Web of Shadows, because if that was... Oh, no, you played that on Wii. I'm a dumb A. Hold on. I think it was also on the other consoles. I know I played 2 of the Spider-Man games on PS3, but I believe the ones that were up in the chat, I did play those. The 2 that were listed. I'm trying to think of, like, other GameCube games I would like. In a perfect world, Mario DDR coming back would be awesome, but you would obviously need, like, the pad peripheral, and that's not as common these days. I say this as I own a Mario DDR and the pad, but yeah. A bit of an obscured game. I would also say Jungle Beat, but you also kind of need the bongos for that. Now, if you get the Wii version at some point, you totally could. I think that'd be doable with, like, the Joy-Cons. Imagine Nintendo Switch to Wii remotes. Or something, that'd be insane. You'd have to do a sensor bar, maybe, but still. Yes, expect on a specific bosses and enemies. To remove the suit, you have to do a timed QTE. Oh, a quick time event with a bunch of mashing. Oh, boy. This is very of the time, it sounds. Very of the time. I've been thinking about getting a Kirby game for the first time. Been thinking of expanding my 3DS collection or my Wii collection. No idea which one yet. Ooh, that's a good question. I've heard good things about Planet Robobot. And, oh god. Kirby Triple Trouble's good. Return to Dreamland's good from what I know. I'm trying to think of, like, other Kirby games of that era. For, like, 3DS and Wii. Calling it now, Rainbow Road will have you racing over the moon with ramps in free roam. That would be awesome. You mean Triple Deluxe? Yay, Triple Deluxe. Triple Deluxe is good, and you can get it for 20 bucks. That's not too bad. Triple Trouble, Sonic, my dude. Oh, I said Triple Trouble. Damn, Sonic build, Jesus. No, you're right, though. I said Triple Trouble. That's funny. Oh, yeah, Kirby Triple Trouble. Fantastic classic of 3DS game. One to be remembered by all. I have not leaned into the DLC of this, choosing. I'm gonna go with Calamari Desert. It feels like I cooked a little with Kit and Candy, candy names. So we got Kit Kat, Reese's Kit, Snicketers, the Kitwix, Kitchies? I'm trying to read that one. Butter Kitter, I like that one. Kit and Kit, Milky Kit, and 3 Kitateers. Kitateers. Planet Robobot is top 5 Kirby material. I've heard very good things about Planet Robobot. Funnily enough, I have it downloaded to my 3DS with the capture card. I need to play it one of these days. Almost got carded by the blue. Oh no! A dodge, if you will. Kirby Triple Trouble, where you play as Kirby Meta Knight and DDD. There you go. Got that Kit Kat commercial. That's an oldie down there. Let's go. Like, I would say the best 2D Kirbys in order are Return to Dreamland, Robobot, the Crystal Shard, Superstar Ultra, and Kirby's Adventure, in my opinion. In my honest opinion. No, good choices. I'm a fan of... So these are the Kirby games I like. I like Kirby's Dream Land. Kirby's Dream Land, I think 3. I think I like all the Kirby Dream Lands. 1, 2, and 3, but probably 3. Kirby's Dream Land 1, 3. Dodge! That scared me a little bit. I was like, bro's freaking out here. It was so good. And then I'd say Kirby 64. Superstar Ultra is pretty good. Or Kirby Superstar, whatever it's called. That one's good. Not my favorite, but it's good. Kirby 64. I like Kirby's Epic Yarn. Call me weird, but I liked Epic Yarn. It was a very easy game, but it was good. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Or Canvas, or whatever it was called. Whatever that second one on Wii U was. I like that game, actually. And then Kirby Star Allies is okay. It's not too bad. Pretty good. Kirby in the Forgotten Land is the best Kirby, in my opinion. That's my favorite Kirby. That's my Kirby game. I love that game. What platform was Kirby's Epic Yarn? I believe Wii, and they also put it on the 3DS. But people also kind of question why they put it on 3DS. Because they give you power-ups in the 3DS version. Because Kirby's Epic Yarn didn't have power-ups, but the power-ups weren't built for Kirby's Epic Yarn. So you're kind of going around with power-ups that aren't really, like, meant for the game. So they're just kind of like, whatever. If that makes any sense. But I would recommend maybe the Wii version. At least. Return to Dreamland sounds so appealing. If I had a Switch, then definitely would get Return to Dreamland Deluxe. So I play as Magoler. But I don't think it's worth it to me to buy an expensive system at least for one game. No, that's fair. I have bought consoles before for one game, and I'm left with, like, nothing until something else comes out, and it's never the best feeling in the world. Dude, I got dunked just now. Jeez. Also, I'm definitely going to have to enjoy Iggy in this game, because Koopa Kids are nowhere to be seen in the new Mario Kart. Which, not complaining. You know, if they're not in there, that's perfectly fine. But no Koopa Kids. There's something I was going to search. I want to go to my DMs with Otterly. They showed me the roster earlier. Yeah, no Koopa Kids to my knowledge. I'm so glad we're going to be able to play the Cataquack, though. And the Piantas. Like, that, I will main those, and along with the pig. And again, for those who joined the Discord, we do have the pig as a emote and a sticker. And if you're curious as to what the emote looks like, I'll show you. Look at this dashing little fellow. Going across the screen. Love this little guy. Can kind of almost rail here on the curve. There you go. We got that rail action already. Alright. Actually, the little guy can stay with us for now. Why not? Right there. Koopling, oh, great heavens! That's a lot of popcorn. Waluigi Stadium. Our Lord and Savior Cal. True. Koopling got shelved by every background character. True. That's a lot of slices, and God himself. Jesus has been reborn. It is the Leo Luster. Don't worry, Noah, I'm coming back for you. Oh, never mind. I was gonna give you that good push. The moo. Dude, that's a cow, not a pig. Oh, I did say pig. Jesus Christ, I'm a Kardashian. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get me some Taco Bell ASAP Rocky. That sounds good. That sounds good. I like that nickname. I like the nickname Rocky. That's good. I would take that. Move over, racers. Yo. It's time to milk this for all it's worth, Nintendo. It's funny because they're capable. I know what I am. I'm so sorry. Ow. You can stop now. I said you can stop now. Stop. That's too many pizza slices. That's enough slices. Prepare to be utterly disappointed. There you go. There you go. Triple trouble and now pig. I've apparently lost my mind. I am a little fatigued, I ain't gonna lie. I had a nap earlier, but for some reason my body hurts. So that might be a contributing factor. Not that I'm trying to complain or make excuses, but I'm a little tired and hurt from streaming that this morning and it being so early. I also feel like while my nap was okay, it wasn't the greatest. I also think I slept on my neck wrong because it is stiff. So that's sucky. Of course, I get the best sleep in my life on my days off, and then on my last day off before I go back to work 5 days straight, my neck hurts. That's how that goes for me. I'm not even kidding. That does happen very often with me, believe it or not. It'll be like, yo, day 4 being off? Nice. Day 5? Oh, my neck kind of hurts. Go back to work. Oh. Okay. Cool. Alright, I got a horn. I'm in first. Let's see what I can do. Oh, I don't know why I did that out of fear. I literally had my reverse camera and freaked out. I signed up for that. Dang metal. That's fair. I panicked. Oh, yo, you know what'd be a cool... You know what'd be a cool, sorry. You know what'd be a cool, GameCube game to add to the online? I know Pac-Man World 2, I said, was the thing if you don't get World Repack 2. But, like, imagine the Pac-Man Versus being its own thing. Well, I say that as that's a part of a Namco collection on the Switch. Never mind. I took that back. I don't know what I was saying. Uno reverse card on that one. I'm gonna take that one back. In theory, that sounded smart. But that wasn't it. Oh, God. I'm torrible. I'm in torrible, chat. And worth a shot throwing the banana back there. Daring today, aren't we? There you go. Daring today, aren't we? That's a good one. Also, we're likely going to stream for about another 30 minutes, and then I'll wrap up. I think I'm going to have tonight's session to be a little shorter. Only because, again, we're going to have some storms, like, any minute now. So I just want to be on the safe side. We're apparently under severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado watch issued, etc., etc. So, yeah, might honestly, I'll probably bounce out of here in the next less than 30 minutes. Or whenever we finish up our 24 races, I might finish up. I know that seems, like, quick, but it's just to make sure I'm, like, in the safe of things, if that makes any sense. So, if you get it, just want to be on the safe side. But we've had a pretty good set of races, in all honesty. We've had a pretty good session. Gonna hop off and vibe on YouTube and dabble on some Witcher 3 before bed. That sounds good, Odar. Thank you so much for being here, dude. It's always good to see you. Ooh, Yoshi's Island. Okay, I'm down for that. I do like the Yoshi's Island course. Yo, Twin Snake. That would be a good one. There you go, Admiral. That's a good choice. Absolute good choice. Heck yeah. Doot, 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 doot. All right. Stay safe, dude. I appreciate that. It shouldn't be anything too bad because we had one of them recently, and from what I can tell, it's not going to last super long. I just want to be on the safe side, if that makes any sense. I'm not somebody who likes to stream when bad storms are coming by. Some people can just do it and not mind. It personally bugs me. I think my fear of storms aren't nearly as bad as they used to, which I'll be the first to admit. I don't like storms. I'm a bit better about it, but I don't want to be, like, hit by a little bit of anxiety while, you know, streaming, so... I'm sure I'll hear a couple of rumbles here soon, because it's going to approach a little bit, which won't freak me out too much, but once it gets a little worse, I want to probably vacate the premise and, you know, be safe. I'll probably, like, go eat food and watch a movie or something. By the way, the newest My Hero Academia movie, the one that came out last is what I'm saying, came out on Blu-ray today. I didn't realize, like, I was like, oh yeah, I have it pre-ordered, and, like, I totally didn't realize that money came out of my account. Shame on me. But it came in the mail today, and I was like, yo, so I put it on in the background. Such a good movie. Dude, Kamek got demoted to an item. We lost a real one today. They're an item? Excuse? Holy crap. I was stopping by. I also joined the new server. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be afraid of storms if not for the power having a habit of shorting out, my roof leaking over my bed, and the tin roof being so loud that the rain comes down rolling. Oh, I feel that, dude. I feel that. No, I totally get that. Honestly, I have a bit of a new fear when it comes to storms, too. I say new when it's been a thing for a while now, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've seen it in the news more often than not. I don't like the thought of a tree falling down and hitting somebody's house. I can only imagine my room just crumbling suddenly. It falls on my bed and I, like, die or something in my sleep. That'd be terrible. I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but, like, man, like, that'd be spooky, right? So, I don't like that thought. It doesn't, Omega, if you're still there, don't feel bad, but, like, when you shared that the other day, I was just like, bro, I'm spooked. The fact that it was that close to you and that happened, I was like, And I've seen stuff like that in my life, don't get me wrong, but, like, that was so, like, that was so close to your, like, where you were. I was just like, bro, like, no wonder that fear is genuine, because, like, god dang. So, yeah, it's a bit of a fear of mine. And yeah, you know what, I'm gonna admit, I'm gonna sound a little, like, philosophy mode here, but, like, I do fear death a little bit, because, you know, there's a lot of things I want to do in my life before I go, and it would kind of suck to be crushed by a tree in your sleep, or to be, like, electrocuted and, like, die or something, or a tornado swooping in and calling it a day. Like, bro, I don't like that. So, the only thing I don't like about storms in general is probably the lightning being loud. Like, that'll jump scare me and spook me, but otherwise, like, the other stuff, if I could just dodge it, I'll be a happy chappy. Absolutely. Alright, I am in third. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Coming on in. I will not hit you, in the off chance that that's a dingling move. I will have her use the speed. Not gonna be that guy. I used to be a freak about storms if the wind levels were high due to childhood trauma, but not so much anymore. I find the loud thunder and rain comforting. It makes me sleepy in my experience. A complete 180 for me. I still have respect for storms and such to stay safe. Yeah, that's fair. I'll be honest. I'll be the first to tell you. I also didn't like rain for the most part, and like thunder. But if it's like a very light thunder, like nothing big, like a light thunder, and it's raining, dude, you talk about I can sleep peacefully. It's got to be a light thunder. If it's loud, I can't sleep. But if it's peaceful, like a nice, like, you know, like that, and it's raining, put on some like music that sounds relaxing, like, you know, put it down low. Man, you talk about I'm happy. That I will sleep like a champ. I will take a nap. But if I know it's gonna be like a really bad storm, I'm not gonna go to bed if I can help it. I gotta go. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, Soul. Thank you so much for being here and racing with us. Highly appreciate you. Ooh, I had a hiccup there. I'm sorry about that. Calamari. Ooh, desert. Freaking hiccups. They're not hiccups. They're like air bubbles that get lodged in my chest. Not painful, by the way. Right is a de-stress music to sleep. Exactly. I'll even put on like music that's like Nintendo music. I'll put on like the Majora's Mask Observatory music or like the Song of Time or something with like rain and thunder in the background as like a sound effect on YouTube. Put it to the side and man, I rest well. It's such a good sleep. Or even Dire Docs or something. Like, it's good stuff. I fear death too because there's things I want to do in the life before I die. Exactly. Like, it's one of those like... There's parts of me that doesn't fear death, because, like, I can almost own up to it a little bit. But I don't want to die before I get to do all the things I want to do. So, it would just really suck if you just obliterated suddenly. Like, bro, there's so many things I wanted to do. Like, I think for me, like, this is going to be very cheesy. I think for me it would be, I would want to get married. Which just might be in the cards in the future, you never know. You know, got a good relationship right now, so you never know. I would like to be married. I would like to own a home if possible. Or at least have a good home for most of my life. I would like to accomplish a lot for the internet. I have already, which, honestly, God, if I retired today, I've done a lot for the internet. You know, while, you know, people come and go, I've done a lot. And I would maybe like kids, question mark. It's a big maybe. I'm not gonna, like, I don't require kids, but I kind of like the idea of, like, being proud of something that's, like, mine. Like, you know, like, yo, that's my kid, you know, and they grew up to do this and that. Like, I would love stuff like that. Not the biggest fan of like babies or anything like that, if I'm being honest. I don't think I like the first couple of years process. I'm that guy who grew up who was like, if I can have the kid be like 5 immediately, that'd be awesome. And then just tailor them to be like a gamer or all these cool things, I'd be down. But like when it's babies, I'm not in that environment. I'm not around children like that or like babies. I don't really have like a lot of family I see. Even if they have kids, I don't see them. So it's like I'm not acquainted with that. I just don't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? But the thought of having kids is, you know, it's kind of neat, but it's also like, if I couldn't have kids, that's fine. I'd be okay with just, you know, wife, playing video games, being streamers, awesome. Like, I'm not going to argue with that, you know what I mean? Be a powerhouse couple or something. That'd be cool. I won't argue with that. Combo for another day, got witching to do. No, you're good. I know I kind of got, like, into a weird subject there, but it's, you know, we think these things, so... But if I share a wonderful video in the chat, 75 minutes, a relaxing Nintendo songs, yeah, throw it in there, dude. You can even throw it in the Discord if you want as a bonus. I can even throw in some that I like. I showed you my Luigi playlist. Or I should show you my Luigi playlist. I read that wrong. I thought you were going to put like I showed you my Luigi, now show me yours or something. That's so funny. Let's do... It's time to do my taxes. Bad streak I'm having now. I feel that... Well, I say I feel that. I had a good race there, but I had a pretty bad streak for, like, a good middle of the stream. We have not done Rainbow Road, So I don't know what it is, but, like, I need food after this stream. I have, like, not eaten very well today, and I think that's why I'm in pain. It's like one of those pains where it's like, you're not, like... hungry. It's more like hungry pains, if that makes any sense. I barely had a freaking toasted strudel this morning when we did the direct. Went to sleep, woke up, ate half a pizza. That just didn't do it for me. It just proceeded to stream, so like I definitely need to make something nice after this if I can help it. Oh man, my legs. Sorry, I'm like complaining suddenly. I apologize. It's time for baby cow moment. I don't know why I said that. I meant to say it's time for cow moment, baby, and I totally remix that. It's time for baby cow, baby. 18 bagel bites and felt like garbage. I feel that. Freaking the username Daddy Deep Strokes. Welcome in. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. It's just really good. Thank you. You became a YouTube poop. I did. I used the Yumi Nikki music. It's mystical yet relaxing. There you go. Yeah. Oh shoot. Nice shot. I ain't even gonna like argue with that. Yo, Daddy Deep Strokes, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cinema. It's good to have you. Cow moment in the moment. Oh, we just had a certified cow moment. I would love a steak, though. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had a nice steak in, I want to say 2 or so months. I know it hasn't been too long ago, but I had this really good steak at this pub when I was out with GK, and like, man, that was a treat day, though. That was, I would argue, an expensive steak, but boy, was it good. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to go out like on a dinner to go get steak or something. I'm gonna put that on my agenda. Just realized the Mii costumes were a precursor. Oh, a precursor? In what regard? Also, I really need to use the bathroom. I said that like 3 or 4 races ago, and I'm bad about that. And you need to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm so sorry for being evil. You know I had to do it to them. There you go. I like listening to the Mario 64 Piranha Plant's Lullaby to get some sleep sometimes. Yo, not a bad choice, not a bad choice. Good pick. I've done that a couple times. I've also had like the Mario, like the Peach's Castle interior, but like on like a light motif with like rain and stuff. That's good too. Alright, second place. I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom, like just super quickly, so I don't miss the next race. Okay. I ran back as quick as I could. Gonna head out, have a good night. Thank you so much, Kit Kat. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Please have a good night. Thank you for the hash brown. A friend once of mine came over and asked me if I could make him breakfast, and I got sidetracked and started explaining the plot of FNAF. It reminds me of the Scott the Mustache video I listened to today. I think it was like their April Fool's Day special, but it was pretty funny how like one of one of Scott's friends from the, you know, obviously the episodes and whatnot, kind of explained the FNAF lore, knowing like almost jack diddly squat about FNAF. Pretty funny, honestly. He was just kind of BSing it, but also kind of knew what he was talking about. Me making American Dad references, and I worry chat will take me seriously. Oh no! The Pokemon broke free! I'm the legendary shaman with a slightly different tint of green. I will not be contained. For those who were there the other night when I caught Palkia in Shining Pearl, though, like, that was a moment. We had a really good Palkia catch moment, and we had a really good shiny catch with the shiny Kadabra. And now we have a shiny Alakazam, which is incredible. No, you're a legendary Shuckle? Wow. You know what? I'll take it. Shuckle's cool. What the Shuckle? You should play Pokemon Crystal Legacy. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Zinni recommended me that one Mario ROM hack for Pokemon where it's all the Pokemon sprites are like changed with Mario characters, and I am aware of it. Kinda want to try that eventually. He who cannot be contained, Zeus! I will not be contained by these chains you have shackled me with. I will break free and kill all the gods. Tell Mom I'm sorry, though. She would have not liked it this way. Whoever Mom is. I don't think we ever see Kratos' mom, to my knowledge. If we have, I don't remember. It's pretty neato burrito. Still third, and I'm sorry. Nah, that's fair. That's the name of the game. That's fair. Alright, how many races do we have? Was that wasn't the last one, yeah? Pretty sure it wasn't. I guess we'll have to check here in a bit. I'm gonna vote for... Ooh, that's a good question, actually. Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. That sounds good. This just turned into D&D. Mario in the multiverse, I mean. Oh, finished that one? Yeah. Oh, it picked me. Yo, let's go. Is this the... What race is this? We'll see here in a second. You love the tongue-in-cheek reference? I almost thought that was going to go a different direction. 17th race. So, regardless of the racing, I think I'm going to end around midnight for the record. So keep in mind. Probably going to, like, bounce out. 2, 1, go. Just because I think another 7 races. I don't know if I have the time for that. To my knowledge, the storm hasn't hit yet. I'm going to say that now. And then we're... But if we could do another 7, we'll do another 7. Break the target. Ready, go. Oh, okay. I was going to do something funny, but I probably should focus on the race. I was actually going to transform into blue, and I'm like, well, that'll be silly pilled. I'm going to crash real hard on the road if I do. Pressing buttons. I don't know if I hit anyone with it. Probably not, but it was worth a try. Last thing I see you get shocked by lightning. Now. Oh, no. She gets shocked by lightning now. Just imagine. And somehow that gives me snowy white hair. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna die now. I was gonna make a Danny Phantom joke, but instead of dying. It would give me snowy white hair and glowing green eyes. Frick. He's not gonna catch them all because he's handicapped. I'm dead. That really hurt, bro. Frick. I am actually dying. I may be laughing, but that hurt. Oh, God. Oh, that worked out. Okay, good. I'm dying, bro. I don't even know what you just freaking said, Zenny. What the frick was that? What is that text I read? I am these Ormazat Esap Roaching. Got a horn. I might as well hold on to it then. Da, 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 da. I don't remember which Koopaling this is, but it looks like he has a sprout for hair. This is Iggy, the Koopa kid. One of the Koopa kids. It's Iggy. I like Iggy, though. We're not possibly getting the Koopa kids in the next one, which fair enough, in all honesty. Alright, let me check the storm. So supposedly, it's supposed to get quote-unquote kind of bad around 12:20. We might actually be able to finish out the rest of our races, but we'll see. Virgil intensifies. Spondoolies. Alright, let's see. God, that me choking actually kind of killed me. Kind of hurt. Like, my body's been aching for some reason, so that did not feel good. I will, however, hang in there. I am the storm that is approaching. DMC 55 chair. Oh, God, I don't know what that gif was. Not about to understand that one. Eeny, meeny, miny. Rainbow Road, we it is. I'm just gonna vote for Rainbow Road. Although the other courses we got here are pretty good. It better not pick me again. I'm gonna feel like a buy streamer. Mother fricker. I'm so sorry, chat. You'll have to forgive me. Ooh, forgive me. That was the meme riddle of the Rock series. Oh, okay. Goodbye, chat. Bye, Virgil. It was nice seeing you, bud. 3, a 2, a 3, a go. You do have to have Mario Kart Rainbow Road Wii as an option, at least during one of these streams, at least once. In my opinion, ever since it released, you need it. Beware, the storm is incoming. Alert, you will be freaking obliterated. Oh. Neat. The day has come and so have I. Favorite Rainbow Road, go. So, in terms of nostalgia factor, definitely 64, but I think it's primitive by today's standards, it being like an older game. If I had to pick like one Rainbow Road, probably this one, Mario Kart Wii, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version. The Wii version's good too, obviously, but this one I like a lot. Second place contender is probably Mario Kart 7. I think Mario Kart 7 is good, which is, hence why I voted for those recently, but yeah. And then bit of a side note, I do enjoy the Super Nintendo Rainbow Road theme. It's a classic. I'm not big on Super Nintendo Rainbow Road, for I'm not big on Super Mario Kart, but I do like the theme, at the very least. So you got that going. Uh-oh. It's a good thing I got a boo in my hand, and a brab in the other. Da-da. Oh, God, that's a blue shell. Guys, check this out. Try me with that. I'm a ghost. I'm going ghost. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-ba-bum, he's dodging it. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-ba-bum. That was awesome. I don't think I've ever dodged a blue shell with a ghost before. At least not, like, intentionally. Da 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 da. I'm just moving, dude. Let's go. That's me gonna run into a banana if I'm not careful. Yeet. Immediate. Good stuff. Got a horn. No chance that we get another blue shell. I am fairly protected. Da 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 da. There we go. Alright, heading on into lap 3. Will I be destroyed this lap? Probably. It's about time I demise lap. Oh god! Ah! Pop them in your mouth. Pop! Thank you for the popcorn. I think a little bit of that got mustache, but I ate it anyways because it's super delicious. I love popcorn. Honey, if that's actually you there, I wanted to tell you. Oh, freaking nuts. That's so not cool. Oh, hang on. I didn't realize they were going to get hit there. I should have held on to the horn. No, but I did a grocery run recently, like today. And I got like a butt ton of popcorn. I have like 24 packs of extra butter popcorn. I am set for a while. I went from like, actually technically 25 because I had one left over, but yeah. I went from like having no popcorn to having like all the world's popcorn. It's wonderful. I love popcorn. Nah, I'm sure that's obvious though. No, you don't. God, please. I was gonna say, yeah, there's more red shells. I'm glad I passed. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Yoshi, how could you? Alright, let me refresh this real quick. Keeping an eye on the stormy storms. It might kind of get dicey here. It says like 12:20, 12:30. I'm not sure if we can finish the rest of our races. We might be able to, actually. I'm gonna vote for Daisy Cruiser. Jeez, you trying to open a cinema? At the rate I'm going, probably. At the rate I'm going. No, we got somebody in the game. Let's go. I like that meat. It's very cute. Alright, where are we going? I actually wasn't paying attention. Mushroom Gorge, classic Wii level. I will take it. Dang, people are drawing Peach in the new Mario Kart. And they're drawing her in different ways. Dang. I will not elaborate any further. Jeez Louise. It's good art. But dang. Hang on, I'll speedrun? That sounds good. It's time for speedrunning, baby. I'm also a little tempted to put, what's it called? I'm a little tempted to put, Jak and Daxter on my schedule eventually. Because I really enjoy Jak and Daxter. I know I've done that game like a million times over, but like... No reason. Rosalina's shaking my head. Listen. We do love Rosalina in this household. Rosalina is best of the queens. But I'm also a Pauline kind of guy. I like both. I would probably go Rosalina, then Pauline. I was then Peach, then Daisy, but I think today I'm Daisy, then Peach. I think I've been converted. I think I've been converted to Daisy. Again, I will not elaborate any further. Although the Daisy course we're getting in the new Mario Kart's pretty cool. Ow. Hut. Got some green shells. Hut. 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 Oh, well, I was going to throw that last one. Rude as heck. Fair enough, though. I suppose I was violent there. I like how I'm just like, you're rude as heck. Also, kind of deserve that. My bad. I'm such a contradicting character, I swear. And then we're going to do... And then we're going to do 3, 2, 1, I'm going to have to be that guy, I guess. It's the only option I got, bro. And then, they are just gone. Goodbye, Peach. We got, And then, And then, That's so bad. Oh, I blocked it with the boomerang just in time. No, you don't. No, you don't. Holy frick. That was insane, bro. I never have been on my boomerang, like, game that strongly. That was awesome. Whew. That was awesome, though. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so proud of that. I think it was because I had to throw it out immediately. I didn't know what item I was getting. I was like, just throw something back. I'm gonna survive. Then I had to block it a second time. I should not have had that, for the record. It was absolutely just me pulling BS out of my butt. Alright. I don't know why I almost said that like Knuckles. Alright. I can't even do it now. Try to force it. It's like, alright. No, I can't do it. Dang it, it's the Sonic Heroes when he goes, alright. You know, but I'm butchering Knuckles' voice. Be safe, Z. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. You be safe as well. You be safe as well. I'm going to be finishing up stream pretty soon, because I don't want to do this while that's going on, so please be safe as well. Let's see, what race is this? If I could wrap this up sooner than later, I'm going to. This is race 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20... Yeah. So we got like 5 left. Alright. We're going to try to go through the long haul and do the rest of these races, but once I'm done, we are absolutely like raiding out and finishing up for the night to be on the safe side. Alright, let's go. Cheese Land it is. Yo, Mushroom City? I don't know why I've been saying that today. It's like a new thing I say. At least today. I don't know if I'll say it anymore, but... Mushroom City. Yo. Yo, Jamon, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cinema. Welcome, welcome. A race for each year. There you go. Even 2020, the class just collectively turns around. I'm just being silly. Mushroom City Zone Act 1. There you go. Now we're thinking with style. That would actually be a really cool course. Dude, can we get Mushroom City and Sonic, like, the cross-world racing game? From, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles? That would actually go kind of hard. Like a mushroom course. For Sonic, anyhow. I know Mario, it's like a norm, but, like, come on now. That'd be awesome. Sorry I'm late. No problem, Zinni. Welcome on in. Mushroom Hill, you say? Yeah. I also think I'm slightly getting close to that point in the year where I want to do my, like, yearly Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough. I don't know what it is, but that's, like, one of those games, like, I get an itch for in recent. I usually play Sonic 3 Air, though. I know, like, Sonic Origins is, like, fun, but I think the Air version gives you, like, all these mods and stuff. I might do that again. I think, like, a good Sonic 3 and Knuckles session to itch that scratch. Oh, I'm trying my best here. I'm still not winning. What the heck? Me with SA1. I'm gonna make a funny little turn here. I'm gonna try to grab a double. What if I play SA1 with a twist? Yo, what are we thinking? Mario 64 or something different? The Mario 64 mod for it's so stupid. I love it. I say stupid in the best way possible because it makes it a different game, kind of. But you can beat Sonic's campaign as Mario 64 Mario, funnily enough. I've done it. It is possible. Sometimes you have to finagle some stuff, but it's doable. Don't know if I want to jump in because I'm thinking Ratchet & Clank or God of War tonight. That's fair. Now, you're good, Lance. So we're going to be wrapping up stream here after another, I think, 4 races, then we're popping out. But, yeah, no, Ratchet & Clank or God of War. I don't know. I would say, personally, like, I don't know if it's just me because I'm Scrimblow-brained, but, like, I love God of War. I would play Ratchet & Clank personally, but that's just me. I am going to vote for somebody. Let's see. New York, man, I haven't been there in a while. Choco Mountain, for N64's sake. I'm in your walls. Just keep getting swamped every time. I'm so sorry. Mario Kart do be a brutal beast. How many of you guys have seen the lightning strike in Mario Kart World? You get shocked. It ain't even like a matter of like you flip, like your arms flail a little bit and you get shocked. Like they have an animation for each character where you are dying. of being shocked. It's very comical and it's fantastic. That Mario movie money is bleeding into the games now. We got such, like, fluent-looking animations. I've been in the last 10 races. Gotcha. I understand. Is it as bad as Boom Boo and Crossworlds? Ooh. I've only done so much of the beta testing that's a good question. Also considering I've only been able to, like, see the lightning. But honestly, maybe. I would love to show you the animation sometime, Lancer, because, like, it is, like, you know how, like, in something like, I'm trying to explain this the best way possible. Like, you know when they do, like, an animation where, like, it'll show, like, you getting shocked and your arms are, like, going in different directions, like, like, you know, you're, like, going, like, 3 or 4 different directions as you're getting shocked, but it'll be, like, 1 frame each. It is literally, like, cartoon, like, something like that. It's very like that, whereas, like, in this game, when you get shocked, the characters kind of just flail their arms, go, oh, I've been hit by something, you know what I mean? Like, nothing crazy. But in Mario Kart World, it's like, each character has, like, an animation of, like, yikes, I've been shocked. It's hard to explain. It's just really cool. It's really cool. Safe to say that game's got really nice animations. DK is expressive. All these other characters are expressive. It's, you know, I'm sure it speaks for itself, but if he's in the walls, I'll have to move me into the ceiling. Are you guys gonna eat that special cotton candy in my walls, like the pink stuff? It's very tasty. I'm not one to share typically, but, like, you guys shouldn't, like, treat yourselves to the pink cotton candy in my walls. Imagine somebody having, like, the blue. Like, huh? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bow. Yeet. Yeet. Huh. Da-da-da-da-do. Throw that back. Do 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 do. I'm gonna drive on the freaking course itself. I've got a not a mushroom, a horn. I don't know why I was about to say mushroom. I've got a horn, so I gotta be careful with the sucker. Yeah, unfortunately, even if I get blue shelled, I have to try. A hit's a hit this late in the race. Green shell? Okay. Can at least protect myself that way. Get fricked. If it works. There we go. Oh, jeez, Louise, it scared the beans off me. That was like a 3D audio thing. Dude, that went from my right set of my headphones to the left. That was awesome. Anyway, you can do that. Okay, we already did talk about Sega. Seagore, they forgot my chips. They forgot your chips, bro. Listen, that's BS. You should file a complaint. Either get refund or chip, or something. Probably refund, if I had to guess. Well, maybe. I guess, did you go and you went to go get the Taco Bell, more than likely. So, I'm not sure how that would work. Something. Oh, God. Rosalina's Ice World, I suppose. Banana.
Oh, hey, Taco Bell. Ooh, give me some of that. Oh, 64.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Oh, these are some pretty cool bananas. Thank you. Also, Kirby Dream Land theme, though, Lancer, like peak music from Smash Brothers. Absolute classic treat. I would still take Smash 64 on the Switch, even if we're going for the Switch 2 era. But I'm at that point, if you give us Melee, you know, I may not play anything else other than Ultimate and Melee. Until, quote-unquote, another Smash comes out. That'd still be a lot of Smash Brothers options, which is pretty awesome. Although Brawl Online, I don't know if they would. Brawl Online would be like, whoa. That would be awesome. Not banking on it, but like if they ever did like Wii Virtual Console, that'd go hard. Okay. Yeah, certain GameCube games in recent years have been getting like remasters, so I'm very curious if like with the GameCube Online, like what games are still going to get remasters and what games are just going to be put on the online. I'm assuming they might just focus on the online, but I think that'll depend on the GameCube game. Safe to say we're not getting like Coliseum and like Gale of Darkness remakes or anything like that, because one, they likely weren't going to do that anyways, and two, you know, the online. So we're lucky we even have those, if I'm throwing that out there. Oh god, please make your turn. There you go. Oh. Mushroom, okay. Oh, lost my shell. Alright, cool. I don't know why it's just funny to me to read the word. They forgot my chips, but with like a Chris Pratt voice. They forgot my chips. It's just really funny to think about. I'm a very simple-minded fella, as you can tell. Very easily amused, if you will. This course is so beautiful. I'm glad whoever picked this. Thank you. Very good taste. There you go. I was somehow able to save that drift. Just barely. Banana. I'm in first, but I don't think I'm getting anything out of this. Ooh, I'm in second. I think Noah's actually pretty close. Hut. Hut. Sorry. I apologize in advance. I know you want to win. But what gamer would I be if I held back? That's gonna hurt. I got what I deserved. There goes Zinny. Oh, Noah's pulling back, though. Oh, God. Zinny's gonna steal it now. Wow. Ah, I messed it up. I messed it up. I feel that, bro. I feel that. I also messed it up. I feel that metal. Oh, rough hours. Oh, rough hours. I deserved it. I deserved to be sent back a little. Absolutely. I will take my punishment. Third finally didn't get last. There you go. Third's pretty solid. You said no and then got karma immediately. I sure did. I deserve that. I did deserve that. Tried to get first but failed and got second. Second's not too shabby. Zinny did just get here, so him getting a dub before we end for the night's not terrible. The good doggo got one. That's fair. Can say you got the one. Rock Mountain, I guess. I'm not too picky at this point. Oh, my Diddy Kong Racing level 2. That's true, yeah, you got the Diddy Kong Racing build level. Yo, Excite Bike. Okay, so don't mind this being one of the last because Excite Bike we haven't done yet, surprisingly, and it's a really good course. I didn't pick Singapore, but I sure did win there. That's true, yeah. Mushroom, let's go. Mushroom City, baby! I want that to be an art piece in the future. I want me to be like saying like Mushroom City, baby, while I'm like holding a mushroom or something and boosting. That'd be a good art piece. Good t-shirt too. Get a t-shirt of that. Get some moich. Probably could figure something like that out at some point. That'd be cool. I might actually look into that. Maybe look into like merch again, because I had merch. I just never really like elaborated on it. It was okay merch, to be fair, but it was mostly like the Zack and Zonic logo and like I think like a print or two, and then like that was it. Stickers and all that. I could probably afford to do better though. God, this music's so good. Do 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 do. Hit. Oh God, I need to be better here. Try that. Yeah. It at least stopped the red shell. We take those. Hit. And then hit. You okay? I'm gonna hang in there for a sec. I did not mean to hit you, or you hit me. One of the two things happened. That's gonna be a hit though. Dang. Never played Excite Bike, but this is my go-to track. I think I've technically played Excite Bike, but I didn't like. I wasn't like, yo, Excite Bike. I was like, hey, yeah. It's an NES game. I like the track though. Call me a new like a somebody who doesn't like the NES or something. I don't hate the NES. I'm just not big on it. But I do enjoy Excite Bike in this game. Wouldn't mind if they brought it back for the new Mario Kart, but I can also see it being like an 8 Deluxe thing. Oh god, I was hoping that would last just a smidgen longer. Would have been cool. Let's see what I can do here. Nope, nope, somebody stole it last second. That's the end of my race. Wow. Whoever stole my mushrooms at the end, that was a really bad moment. That was a really bad time frame. Just crashed me into a wall and just had nothing to work off of. Diabolical, true. We got one more race. We got one more race, chat. So at the very least, I may or may not get first, but I will certainly not get last. I'm going to try not to get last. And if it happens, you know it. Again, that's the name of the game. What do I want to end off on? Yoshi Circuit? You know what? I might join you on that. Yoshi Circuit. You were in the DLC? Or no? I don't feel like you were in the DLC. I also could just be wrong. No, you were in the DLC. You were in the base game. I thought so. God. Base game. I apparently avoided Music Park. I could not find it in time. Could not find it in time. Don't pick me. Whatever you do, just don't pick me. Yoshi's Valley, of all things. We already did Yoshi Valley. That's okay. I do like this course. Well, I won't argue ending off on this one. The Egg Cup had him. Gotcha. That makes sense. Thank you for the pumpkin. Alright, fellas. It's time for the last race. After this, I'll do a couple thank yous, and then we'll raid on out. Send you somewhere cool. Zack and Zonic be the raid message and all that. You'll get those Zack and Zonic points, so don't you move out of that seat. Don't you move that tush. Ow! That pumpkin got lodged onto my bangs, bro. I got some strong bangs. Hot diggity dog. Also, thank you for the nuggie. Love me some nuggies. I actually had Wendy's recently, and it was really good. I also could just be, like, desiring food super badly right now, because I haven't eaten very well today. This is probably the worst I've eaten in a long time, and it's kind of my fault. And it's fine. I'll fix it here in a sec. Come here, Zinny. I'm gonna try something diabolical. Dang. The spicy meatball just now. Got a mushroom. Oh, he's like ganging up on me. Listen. Now I got that speed boost. Alakablam. Smooth. I wasn't after you. I'm over here now. Move. God, I went from second to frickin' fourth because of that. I was like a collision, bro. Alright, just regular mushrooms. We'll have to make do with that for a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and collect coins. That'll increase my top speed. Not a bad strat. Missed a coin. That's okay. Oh, I hear a Yamshi back there. Grab a coin. Grab a coin. Almost got 10. Dude. Why is everyone pushing into me? Rude as heck. We got all this road.
That sounds like a skill issue, friend.
You right, though. What is that character? I've got a good question for you. What's that character? Alright, Zinni was pretty much held first this entire time. I'm about to rip everything you've ever loved and cared about. Get that top speed now with the 10 coin. Get dunked on. Got 2 red shells. Got a little bit of protection. As long as a blue shell from the notorious Mario Kart franchise doesn't show up, I should be safe. I should be good. I should be victorious. On the last match of the night, I will be the greatest gamer of all time. The best of the best. I will not be defeated. Nothing bad will happen to me. I will not be triumphed. I was kind of hoping somebody would actually hit me so you could put me in my place, but okay. I was kind of expecting something. Something at the very least. Dang. Well, now I just feel like an a-hole. Huh, I guess I played myself. 'Tis what it is. I will take the last win. You Nintendo B, you stabbed me with that red shell. I sure did. Is anyone from first to last? Oh no! Bro got cooked. Freaking A. Alright, guys. That was a lovely Mario Kart session. For the record, again, we will be doing more Mario Kart in the future. We're going to do at least, I'm hoping to at least do 3 to 4 more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe nights. I'm aiming for 4. If you can shoot 5, I'll shoot 5. But we're aiming for 4. So, hopefully that is in the cards. Again, I don't know if I'll be moving on from like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe when World comes out, just because not everyone's going to have it.
Here's my brother Luigi.
But here's my brother Luigi.
A spaghetti pile of
informazione. Hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario. But yeah, let's go ahead and find somebody to raid. We'll say some thank yous and send you guys on over to somebody awesome. Alright, let's go through that list.
Hello.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Hello. Right, the thank yous. So, in terms of biddies, Infinity, Big Game Lancer 12, Omega 097, Kit the Fox, Blade 2145, Flame Crystal, and Evil Conquer. We had some this morning too, so I don't know if I'm counting those, but we'll throw those in. Thank you guys so much for the biddies tonight. In terms of followers, Gemot145, Daddy Teeps Jokes, Prototype Bonnie, Miss Jackie CR, a very good acquaintance of mine. Well, I know them like a little bit. SSG Shallot, Valine, never mind, I'm not going to count that one. You were blocked earlier. You've swindled me. Thank you guys for the follows during this Mario Kart stream. And then in terms of gifted subs, Nobdes and Omega earlier, thank you guys so much for gifting subs. Highly appreciate you. And then in terms of raids, we had Mike feedback earlier. Highly appreciate you. In terms of subs, Frost Kamikaze with the 1 month of being subscribed. First time subscriber. Highly appreciate you. Thank you so much for that sub. Enjoyed the emotes and the after viewing. Da-da-da-da-da. Dang. I'm rapping over the Mario Kart stream. Man, we're going to have all that into the Switch 2 era, aren't we? It's always going to be smelly. Man. But yeah, let's see who the raid. I think I know who I'm going with. Yo. Let's see. You know what? I don't get the raid flesh tubers very often. By flesh tubers, that means like a real person, like they don't do like VTubing and whatnot. I want to send you guys on over to a really good friend of mine. They go by Rockstar Lexi. They are currently playing Super Mario Bros. 2: The Lost Levels. It is Mario, so there you go. We can continue the fun there. But you'll get some Zack and Zonic points for this. Zack and Zonic is the raid message as usual. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Stuart, thank you so much for being here. Have yourself a good rest of your night. Thank you so much, Omega. You're very welcome. Dude.